Welcome to the Trading Sliders Podcast. Here we go, episode number 99 of the Trading Sliders Podcast. How's everybody doing out there? I'm Bobby Puckett. With me in studio is Kurt the Flash Bennett. What's going on, Flash?
Not much, man. Just hanging out, doing this thing again.
Doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing the damn thing. I got home decently early from a racetrack last night.
Yeah.
First time in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Next week, probably not looking so promising. but
we'll probably be late next week.
But this week, got in a decent time. This week's guest is one very special to me, Dale Puckett, my dad.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Pops. Been trying to get him on for 99 weeks now. So,
yeah, finally got him on there.
Yeah, he told me, I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then a few weeks ago, he said, well, I'll do 99. I said, sounds like a deal.
Yep, so we locked him in on 99.
Yeah, well, I told him, I said, I'm not scheduling anybody for this week, so you're going to have to do 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
can't back out.
Yeah, you can't back out now. You have to put us in scramble mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this week's guest, Dale Puckett, caught up with him last week. So getting ever closer to next Sunday.
Yeah.
The episode 100. You guys do not want to miss that. There will be some more teasers out this week.
Yeah.
We might have a few audio clips coming out this week, Flash.
Yeah. I think I picked up some new listeners last night because I was talking to some guys where I was at last night, and they was talking about the old Louisville Speedway and all this stuff. I was like, hey, you're going to want to hear this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to put that in right now. So they all put it in their phones right then. So.
Well, it will be out next Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're 7 days away.
Yeah.
7 days away from the big reveal. First, I'm going to start off with this. The next 2-week shows are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because episode 100, it's going to be a 2-part series. I'm just going to let everybody know now. So all the race results and upcoming events, they won't be on the show. It's a special roundtable edition special that I promise you that you'll love. But so the next 2-week show is going to be just a tad bit different as far as format wise. But needless to say, you will enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Got to thank the people that helped make this possible. And you're in the Kentucky area and you got a diesel truck that needs to be worked on, reach out to Brandon Hooker and Diesel Boys LLC. Our deep dive is being brought to you by Kentucky Clutch and Performance. If you have a car, truck, SUV, tractor, bulldozer, anything that needs a clutch, the guys at Kentucky Clutch and Performance can get you taken care of.
Apparently everybody that has a tractor comes there because every time I talk to Bobby during the day, he's working on a tractor clutch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them lately.
Yeah.
Well, see, Flash, look. At the beginning, all right, so tractor clutches come in 3 phases.
Yeah.
Right now they're cutting hay.
Yep.
So they're doing a lot of bush hogging. So they're on and off, riding down hills, and so the throwout bearing rides on the fingers and melts it.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Yep.
Guy comes in and goes, I just need the fingers. Like, yeah, it don't really work that way.
Yeah.
Because in order to just put the fingers in, you got to take the whole damn thing apart. So you're getting it all new. But yeah, there's a lot of tractor stuff this time of year, that's for sure. Our slider of the week being brought to you by Walt and Speed Decals. If you need any vital work done for cars, vans, anything, reach out to Walt. JT's Trackside Catering was at the racetrack last night. Walt wrapped his table.
Yeah.
The whole table's wrapped.
Yeah, looks good too.
So, but reach out to Walt. He can get you taken care of. Our racetrack spotlight being brought to you by our good friends Jeremy Thomas at JT's Trackside Catering. Last night, JT's brought some food to the Save a Lot American All-Stars presented by PPM.
Yeah.
Got to make sure we're all professional and stuff. But Jeremy brought some food by, and oh my God, was it good! Actually, that's what I had for breakfast this morning. Had leftover fried bologna for breakfast this morning.
There you go.
So thank you, JT. Him and his wife Ashley brought some brownies, pulled pork, had some Mexican street corn, potato salad. We had the whole works there. So thanks Joe Rush and Jeremy Thomas for working that out. We had JT's Trackside Catering. If you need any catering done, reach out to Jeremy. He can get you taken care of. Our crash of the week being brought to you by D.O. Handyman Remodeling. If you're in the Kentucky area and you need handyman work done around the house, doesn't matter if it's a little job or a major job, David can take care of it. Give him a call, 812-989-5002. Our Pound the Cushion segment that will be back this week. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Our Pound the Cushion segment and our midweek slider will be back the next 2 weeks while we doing the other stuff. I've been gathering a bunch of stuff, doing a bunch of stuff. Been a bunch of stuff in the works. With that being said, the office isn't quite finished yet, but I'm going to get it finished this week.
Yeah.
So that's the plan Monday. So, but the Pounding Cushion segment will be back, and that is brought to you by RacingDirt.com. Our past guest segment being brought to you by HCC Lawn Care. If you're in the Louisville area and you need lawn and landscape done, reach out to Ben Harmon and HCC Lawn Care. Our question of the week being brought to you by Brian Barber and Bandit Race Cars. If you're anywhere in the United States and you need race shocks built, you can reach out to Brian. He is a Fox Shock representative. Boom, yelled that one.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah. Chase hasn't even busted my balls on that. He just laughs. He don't even bust my balls no more. He used to always bust my balls.
Yeah.
But Brian Barber at Bandit Race Cars can take care of anything race car related. Reach out to them. And our top dog of the week, Whitaker Trucking. If you need anything hauled, topsoil, gravel, mulch, anything that a major dump truck company can move, will move, reach out to Whitaker Trucking. All right, got it all.
There you go.
So, news of the week, Flash. There was some big event called the Knoxville Nationals that went on. So we're going to get into that. We're going to touch very little on the Topless 100. We might have we might think of a new sponsor. Hot take on the Topless 100. If there's any company out there that wants a sponsor, we were thinking about doing a hot take every week. Just to push some people's buttons. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the Topless 100. Weekend race trips. I made it to Lawrenceburg Speedway. Going to get into that. Salem Speedway struggles. We're gonna touch on that. Very unfortunate what's going on up there, so we're going to get into that. And like I said, our next few week shows are going to look a tad bit different. But
just for a couple weeks though.
Just for 2 weeks. Wasn't and it's different for good. I think you'll really enjoy this. And if you enjoy us rambling on, just reach out to us and tell us, and hell, we might do a Facebook Live or something. Whoa, shit, video. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we might do something like that. You never know. I want to start out first though. Remember how a few weeks ago I'm the modified connoisseur?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so evidently I'm the speaker for all modifieds south of the Ohio River. I don't know. So I had somebody send me a message last night and said, remember that rant you went on? First off, I didn't think I went on a rant.
No.
I thought I just made a pretty valid post about a couple upcoming races.
Right.
I don't think it was... That wasn't a rant, Jimmy. Okay.
That was more get your race cars to the racetrack, or there might not be your division at that racetrack.
Yeah. Speaking of said statement by Flash, Wartburg Speedway, right in the middle of the open wheel modified controversy in the state of Tennessee. Everybody, Volunteer won't run us. Smoky Mountain won't run us. This track won't run us. Mountain View closed down. Crossville don't run us. We don't have nowhere to run. Raymond at Wartburg says, you know what, guys? Open wheel modifieds, I'll give you a place to run. $1,500 to win, $150 to start, no entry fee. If you had to take a guess, Flash, what would you say for an area that everybody gets on and complains about not racing, not having nowhere to race? How many cars do you think they got?
Probably had 12.
They would have been happy with 12. They had 10.
Jeez.
10 cars showed up. 10. I'm not bitching at you 10. Okay?
No,
You 10 that showed up, congratulations. You took advantage of it. Colton Profit went and did Colton Profit things. Now, when Colton Profit posted he was going, it may have scared some of the other cars away. That's the state we're in.
That's one thing I still don't understand. I think that's happened a lot. And, I mean, why build a race car if you're scared to race against the guys? I mean, I just don't understand it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Those guys' cars can break just like anybody else's. It's just, you've always got a shot. It's just...
I don't know.
They're scared. I hate to say it that way, but it's just people...
Yeah, you can't get on... Well, here's my thing. You cannot get on social media and bitch about not having nowhere to race.
Right.
And a guy not only gives you a place to race, pays really good money for a support division, and 10 of you show up. That's... And Richmond Raceway, Saturday night Butterball race. 1,200 to win modifieds. 11.
Yeah.
11 cars showed up.
I don't get it.
Cedar Ridge, which their car count has always been low. But UMP Dirt Car Modifieds, $1,000 to win. 6 cars showed up.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, guys. Absolutely do not go on Facebook and bitch when your division isn't ran no more.
Right.
Don't do it, because you are the problem.
Yeah.
It's not the racetrack's fault. If you came to the racetrack, if your division showed up at the racetrack and did no bitching, no complaining, paid for itself, put on a good show, trust me, especially in Tennessee, you'd be on the card. They run 10 divisions a night.
I mean, they don't understand it. The promoters can't pay out a $3,000 purse for 5 cars, because that's not a show. No, none of the fans are going to want to come and watch that. I mean, that's just the way it is. I wouldn't want to go watch that.
No,
I mean, that's just me. I'm saying it like it is. That all you guys have to show up, or you're not going. There's guys. I went to the racetrack before knowing I was probably just going to get start money. You know what I mean? Because there were certain guys I couldn't race with, and but it didn't keep me from going. Yeah, that's the crazy part. I mean, I just don't understand it.
Times have changed, and I get it. Trust me, I get resources, not having the resources.
Yeah.
Guys, okay, I only got enough money to run once or twice. I get that. But in the same token, don't be the one on Facebook bitching about everything.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy. Because that's doing way worse for the sport than good.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I want to give a shout out to, the UMP Dirt Car Modifieds at Lawrenceburg. The $3,000 to win show, and they had 32 cars show up. The way it should be. You should get a full field and then some.
Right.
So, congratulations to all those guys. But, yeah, I just want to touch on that real quick, because that was one of those things that, it just irks the shit out of me that they complain.
Yeah.
And, and when Colton Prophet, and here's the thing, when Colton Prophet said, I'll see you guys at Wartburg tonight.
Yeah.
I told the guy that I was standing with, I said, well, they're losing 5 cars tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? I said, I know so.
Yep.
Yeah, there's certain guys they don't want to race with in that area, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because he's fast every time he goes.
He's fast everywhere he goes.
But you know what? He goes and races, and that's how he's fast.
Yeah, that's how he gets fast.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
But yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted to touch.
You have to race to stay fast consistently.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I want to touch on, and so our past guests, and then we're gonna segue this into the Salem Speedway deal. But our past guest of the week, being brought to you by HCC Lawn Care, Jeremy Mills, seems like we say his name a lot, picked up another win at the Coosa County Speedway. Was running second last night at the Boone Speedway, and as his words was on his Facebook, actually, I'm pretty sure it was Katie. I think she runs the
Facebook,
the racing page.
Yeah.
Because I sat next to her at the races. I know how he talks. I know how she talks.
Yeah.
And the words was, we hit a rut that's been there all night. So I'm pretty sure he didn't put that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she did.
Right. Yeah.
So he had a good shot to double up this weekend, but he did pick up the win at the Coosa County Speedway. Kyle Cummins did Kyle Cummins things at Tri-State Speedway last night.
Oh, yeah.
Took the win from 10th. Dylan Kalin and his wife went to the race, and talked to Dylan on the way home last night. He said, you know what? I wish I would have listened to you 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I said, about what? I knew where this was going, but I was playing it nice. I said, about what? He said, non-wing sprint cars are so badass. I said, I try to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Nobody listens. Had this conversation with when I get to Lawrenceburg, when I get to our Lawrenceburg thing, remind me about the score. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a good conversation with him.
Yeah.
Brian Murray picking up the win at Rockcastle Speedway Friday night in the Modifieds. 22 cars showed up. So good job, Modifieds.
Yep.
Good job showing up, at a track that you like racing at. Matt Hamilton picked up the win at Lawrenceburg for the Zach Bolt Memorial.
Yeah.
$3,000 to win. So good job there to Matt Hamilton. Jeffrey Shackelford picked up the win at the Indianapolis Speedrome on the Oval Flash.
Oh, really?
So they did the King Kenny Tribute Race. Old school. 25 lap on the Oval, 50 lap on the 8.
Oh,
so Shot Pack picked up the win on the Oval. So that would have been a good night to go to. That's old school.
Yeah.
And I think they had 24 Outlaw Figure 8 cars.
That's cool.
So 24 cars on the Oval, and I think 22 started the 8. So it might have been a wreck in the Oval. I don't know.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah, it's very possible. And Tyler Nicely picked up a preliminary win at Wynot, Mississippi at the Wynot Raceway Park. for the Street Stock Nationals. Did you see the car count there, Flash?
No.
Okay, so all the bitching we just did with the modifieds.
Yeah.
The Street Stocks, 114 for the Street Stock Nationals. Factory Stocks, 149.
Jeez.
So, needless to say, there was a bunch of H500 Hoosier tires sold at Wyandotte, Mississippi, the House of Hook.
Yeah.
A bunch.
Yeah.
But that's what's went on this week's Past Guest. And while we're on that subject real quick, this week's top performer, we'll go to the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar. Marlar doubled down, picked up $10,000 to win at Rockcastle Speedway Friday night, lapped all the way up to 4th.
Right.
So laid down an ass whooping there. And then Saturday night, he picked up the Butterball win, $12,000 win race there at the Richmond Raceway.
Yeah.
So our Whitaker Trucking top dog of the week is the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar.
Yep.
All right, Flash. Now comes... Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Talk about Salem Speedway. Somebody sent us a question about this a few weeks ago, and like I said, I haven't been to Salem in I guess like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Actually, the last race I went to was the Joe James Pat O'Connor race,
right?
Which is one of the greatest races at the racetrack at Salem Speedway. Guys like Tony Stewart, Brian Clausen, Jerry Coons Jr.,
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon's won this. I mean, everybody has won this event. This is an event that has been very, very special to a lot of people. A few years ago, they changed it. Well, actually, about 10 years ago, I went to some wing racing, which is fun. But it was always a sprint car race, and they switched it a few years ago and ran like an open wheel modified race, and then brought the 500 Sprint Tour back. I was fairly excited about this. The last 2 years, the 500 Sprint Tour has been there. But last year, I think they ended up with 16 cars.
Yeah.
The 500 Sprint Tour is, USAC did away with pavement sprint car racing.
Right.
And 500 Sprint Tour stepped up, and, they're the ones that sanctioned the little 500. Hence 500 Sprint Tour. That's how we get the name.
Yeah.
But, they sanction races at Raceway Park, Anderson, Winchester, Berlin, up in Michigan. And the thing about it is, usually it's around a 20-car field. And, I seen some Facebook slander yesterday about the car count, what's going to be there.
Yeah.
Because Salem, the guys at Salem have done an excellent job at working on the racetrack, fixing the facility. Every picture I see, it looks like
it's nice. Yeah,
looks like an RV park.
Yeah.
So it looks. It's nice. Everything's nice, clean. It looks like a park. But the problem is the racetrack itself needs some attention. I know they've patched some holes and done some pavement, but the cost of racing is just so expensive, and the danger factor of sprint cars at Salem.
Yeah.
So when I looked on my race pass yesterday when I got to the racetrack, and I seen 15 Kenyan midgets, which is respectable. That's a respectable field.
Yeah.
Anytime you get 15 to 20 in the times right now, that you're just gonna be happy with that.
Yeah.
You hope to get more. Like, Tri-State had 35 last night.
Yeah.
So, you hope that there's, 25 to 30. But the days of, 20 years ago where you got 30 pavement sprint cars, that's not happening no more. But I would hope more than 10 showed up. And this is really disheartening. 6 modifieds.
Yeah.
Now, 6 modifieds. So, 31 cars total showed up for the open wheel extravaganza at Salem Speedway. First off, I don't want to say get rid of the sprint cars at Salem, because that is a stable of Salem and Winchester.
Yeah.
But something has to be done. I don't know if it's time to make the track smaller. I don't know if it's time to change the track surface. I don't know. But
last night I went to a guy, and there was a bunch of guys standing around that I never talked to him before in my life, except for one guy there. Yeah. And there's probably 10 guys there last night. And they actually brought it up first about Salem, talking about it. I said, man, what's going on with Salem? I was like, well, the guy's doing a great job. He said, no, I'm talking about the car count and stuff. I was like, there used to be all kinds of street stocks and stuff like that. I said, my opinion, the only way you're going to fix the street stock class up there is to piss off 9 guys.
Yeah, start over.
You're gonna have to. You can still use those type cars, but you're gonna have to get rid of those big motors because that's not. I mean,
but the problem is a lot of those cars now, though, they're not street stock cars anymore,
right.
Kurt. I mean,
they're late models.
They're late model. That's what they are. Yeah,
exactly. I've seen them. I've seen them with the bodies off.
Yeah,
I know.
They're 32 pound. They're 3,200-pound late models. Is what they are.
You can see the pictures of them anytime you want to because people post them all the time with the bodies off them. They're late models is what they are.
Yeah, it's not a street stock. Well, the cost is astronomical.
Yeah,
all racing.
Yeah,
especially half-mile track. I mean, honestly, Florence has struggled, but they adapted.
Yeah.
So their modified car count dwindled, so they did a sport mod division, a cheaper class.
Yeah.
So you got to adapt with the times. I don't know what the answer is for Salem. I hate it that
I love that place.
Yeah, that is a place.
I told them guys last night. I said if I was ever going to go back to running asphalt again, that would probably be one of the only places I would run.
Yeah, but
I just
There's a train. It's been a while.
Yeah, a little bit. We got one.
But yeah, I hate it. I mean, I absolutely hate that Salem is. But the problem is, well, part of the problem.
And it's not just Salem; it's other tracks too. But I mean,
I just went over 3 racetracks that had low car count.
Yeah.
But the problem is, especially the pavement racing. So like, we'll just take the Salem street stocks. It costs $800 for a set of tires.
Yeah.
You got to put a set of tires on. Costs $200 in fuel. So it costs you $1,000 before you get to the racetrack. And the racetrack and the race pays $1,000 to win.
I'm telling you, another thing people don't like about Salem is you have to pull in, unload all your stuff, and then leave. And there's just guys that are lazy that don't want to do that. And I mean, I get it because everybody bought a $12,000 trailer
to use it.
They didn't, what I'm saying, and that makes a big difference too for some guys. I just,
yeah, it's
a different place. That place is just, it's I'm not gonna say a one-off, but it's just a whole different atmosphere when you go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've done it before. I've been up there, unloaded all my stuff, pulled the trailer out, and then you can't leave till it's over, and
then had to come back and take the trailer, raise the front of the car up, and work on it. But I've been there.
Well,
I've been there.
When I left the last time I left there with the race car, they loaded it on the trailer with the backhoe.
Yeah.
So
well, that's a bad night. Flash.
Yeah.
But the thing about Salem is, it's time for a change.
Yeah, they're gonna do something.
I don't know what it is.
I don't want to see it go away.
Yeah. I don't want to see the racetrack because it's such a stable. But I mean, there is. Gaffney, South Carolina was a big half mile. They made it smaller.
Huge half mile.
It was a big, but they made it small. I think Salem, I'm one of the guys that's a traditionalist.
Yeah.
Like, let's leave it, it needs to be big and fast, but, the result says it don't.
Yeah.
So we need to do something. I don't know if it's make it a 3/8 mile dirt track, make it a 1/4 mile paved track, like, I don't know what the answer is, but something needs to be done. Because, I mean, just look at Thunder Valley right down the road, a 5th mile racetrack.
Yeah.
They're averaging close to 100 cars, and it's not like that's in perfect shape.
No.
So the racetrack still matters. It's got to produce. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I hate it. But congratulations to Cody Swanson. He is the king of the high banks. Always has been king of the high banks, and is the absolute best pavement sprint car. Silver Crown. He is one of the best to absolutely bolt in a pavement car.
I was hoping to see Danner had a ride for that yesterday, but I didn't see his name on there.
No, he was at Bridgeport, New Jersey, and burned a piston in a USAC 360 sprint car.
That's another big track, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a big track too. It's about like the Bird.
Yeah.
All right, Flash. Knoxville Nationals, real quick. So, first off, hats off to the track crew for making the racetrack as much of raceable as possible after 3.5 inches of rain.
You seen what they did there, right? they were cloud seeding until Larson got there. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah, some people.
I went through about 100 posts today on there where people they lagged their, they just drug their feet. They hung around. No, people, it was raining.
Yeah, some people, I don't understand. Like, I look at stuff and I see people, I'm thinking, they got to be posting this shit to just get a reaction on somebody. They have to be.
They got to be. Because
if you looked at the weather forecast yesterday, and what's great about this whole thing is Larson had no idea, because he woke up and he said, I thought I was going to have a shot, and then I was checking the radar before he gets in his cup car.
Yeah.
And he goes, sun's shining, they're doing the pre-race show.
Yeah, 10% chance of rain.
10% chance. He said, damn, I guess I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
So he's racing the cup race, and, with 6 laps to go, there's a restart, and his crew chief comes over and goes, all right, Kyle, good news, bad news here. Good news is, I know we've been off a little bit today, but let's try to get a top 5. And let's be positive. Let's dig. Let's fight. He said, yes, sir. I'll fight for you. That's what I do. And he goes, and Jeff has got everything lined out. Knoxville has not done a lap. It's still raining there. NASCAR has waived all media stuff for you after the race. So park his son of a bitch on pit road, and we're going to get you out here to the airport. He goes, really? Knoxville? So that got him 4 extra spots. So Larson got up on the wheel.
Yeah.
Went from 10th to 6th. Yeah. He's ready to roll. He was trying to. They should have told him that 20 laps to go. Yeah. He would have won the damn race.
Right.
But then Larson hops on a jet, flies across country. Him and his son Owen.
I think he had to take a couple different ones too. I think he had to stop a couple places.
Yeah. So it wasn't a red eye by any means. Yeah. So he had a couple of travel things. Then they get to Iowa, and then you've never been to Knoxville, Iowa.
No,
I have.
Right.
There's no airport in Knoxville, by Knoxville, at Knoxville.
Yeah.
So they had an hour drive once they got the plane landed.
Yeah.
But yeah, he made it to the racetrack. And
but did you see they gave him a police escort too, though, from the airport to the thing? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they had it all lined up. Yeah. So Kyle Larson, I guess he did get a little bit of special treatment.
Yeah.
He got a little bit. Guys, here's the thing. NASCAR fans, your top star just showed you what race meant the most to him.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but what Kyle Larson does for sprint car racing is what Tony Stewart did for midget racing.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart brought eyes to the Chili Bowl that had never been there before because he was a NASCAR guy going back and running that. Kyle Larson is doing the same thing for sprint car racing. It's one of those things that, people don't understand. And a lot of people will say, well, Kyle Larson's the greatest of all time. No, he's not. Kyle Larson's not. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. And I don't want to be like, oh, I got you. I've said this since he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
This is when we should have started the podcast years ago.
Well, I remember looking at posts from him on Twitter at the time. It was called Twitter then.
Yeah. It was before it was X.
He would go somewhere and sleep in his truck in the parking lot at the airport so he could catch a plane like the next day to get to the next race he was going to. Yeah. This is when he was
16, 17, 18 years old.
18 years old, yeah. So, people think that he just automatically did all this stuff, and it ain't. He did it.
No, he is.
They need to do a real documentary for him from when he first started. You know what I mean?
Well, they're waiting till it's over.
Yeah.
But this thing that he just did right here.
Yeah.
Flew across country, raced a 500-mile race.
Yeah.
Flew across country. So you know how you feel when you drive to Florida.
Yeah.
Just driving not with G-forces. You just drive from Louisville to Florida.
Yeah.
You feel like shit when you get there.
Right.
I know how it is to do that drive. I know how it is to fly from here to Vegas. Feel like shit when you get there. Tired, jet lagged.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. It's a 140-degree race car, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. And the kid eats nothing but a head of lettuce and sushi and an In-N-Out burger. So,
right.
It's Kyle Larson. Get mad if you want. He is the greatest race car driver ever.
Yeah.
Ever. It doesn't matter. Ever. You can say he hasn't won 20 championships, so he won't be as good as Steve Kinser. Oh, yeah, well, Steve Kinser hasn't won NASCAR championships. Well, he didn't win a USAC Sprint Car championship, so he's not as good as Tony Stewart. Oh, yeah, he won all 3 races at Eldora in one night.
Yeah.
Well, he's not as good as Tony Stewart. Well, guess what? Tony Stewart says he's better than me. Yeah, well, he's not as good as AJ Foyt. Well, yeah, guess what? AJ Foyt said Tony Stewart's better than me. So yes, he is. he is the greatest race car driver. Like him or not, I don't care. He's the best. Yeah. Period. You do not get in a Lucas Oil late model your very first time
and win
and beat the best guys in late model racing. Yeah. He is that dude. He's that guy, period. Yeah. There's no, it's not a discussion. No. The discussion now is Tony Stewart, Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt, which one's second? That's the discussion. Yeah. He's number one. Yeah. He's the greatest. Yeah. So that's the discussion. As much as I make people mad about the Bobby Pierce deal, well, he's this is the greatest race car driver. Yeah. Period. If he decided he wanted to take off and go run late models for 5 years, guess what? Every late model driver would be bitching. Oh, yeah. Just like all the sprint car drivers are bitching. So.
Well, I mean, like yesterday, he shows up, doesn't even get to put heat in the motor. You know, he doesn't even make those laps. No. He just gets in there and starts on the front row and goes.
Yeah. And it wasn't a lockdown racetrack. The track prep did a hell of a job moving all over. Yeah. So quick rundown on the Knoxville Nationals. Wednesday night, our slaughter of the week going to Sheldon Hoddenchild. Yeah. Third to first. Yeah. In the last corner.
That was a good race there.
Yeah. It was a really good race. The racing was good all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It really was. Third to first there. But for people that bitch about the format, Flash, we're going to do a midweek show. Yeah. We're producing on the fly. We're going to do a midweek special. I don't know if it'll be this week. It might be next week. And we're just going to do a format topic. Yeah. Format hot topic. So Flash and I got a midweek. It's coming out. We don't know. We just now decided. But yeah, because I just looked down and I see where we're at time wise on this episode. Yeah. And that's going to take a whole nother thing. Yeah. So we're going to do a midweek because I've got 10,000 things I need to say, and I want to get my quotes right from the guys that I'm going to piss off beforehand. Right. So we got to do a midweek hot topic show. But for everybody that bitched about the format, Sheldon Hoddenchild won from 8th, and Thursday night's winner, Kyle Larson, came from 9th. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe the format does work. Here's a hot take. Then I'll leave it at that. They're bitching about 8-car inverts in the heat race. Not the drivers, the fans. Yeah. The race pays $200,000 to win. $100,000 for second. Yeah. $15,000 to start. $10,000 for the first car that misses the B main. The guy that runs dead last in the D main got $800. Yeah. Had over a $2 million purse.
It's crazy.
It's okay if it's hard. It should be hard. Yeah. It should be hard to win.
It shouldn't be easy.
Yeah, it should not be easy. The drivers ain't bitching. No. Ain't nobody bitching. With that kind of money, they just show up and smile. Right. Yeah. Dude that misses the feature got a regular World of Outlaw Series purse win. Guy that ran 5th in the B main got 10 stacks. Yeah. So, shut up. Yeah. It's supposed to be hard. And a sold out crowd that stayed in the rain says it's worth it, every bit of it. Yep. Event I have not been to, Knoxville Nationals. It's on my list. I gotta go. I gotta go because I don't know, Flash. You know, we talk about the Chili Bowl, the Tulsa Shootout, and and we talk about the old dirt car nationals and the IMCA Super Nationals, the World 100. I think got to go to the Knoxville Nationals once to put it up there because I seen the atmosphere. Yeah, and I think we might have been cutting it short. Yeah. We think we might have been some of those guys that said, that track's so big, I don't know. Well, after being there once, I haven't been to the Nationals, but being to the racetrack once, it's we got to check it out. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to talk to Matt and Joe next year. Don't schedule nothing this week, yeah. But our crash of the week is going to go to the Concrete King, Anthony Macri, and Brady Bacon. Took an absolute nasty one. Yeah. Macri sideline again.
I thought it was going to be worse than what that, than that, though.
Well, here's the thing. Once I seen and they said broken collateral, whatever that word is, I thought, oh my God, what the hell did he break? I've never even heard of that word. And then I seen somebody say collarbone. Yeah. I said, oh shit, okay. I was like, damn, man, he got the worst luck ever. He broke something I didn't even know was in the body. Yeah. I was like, what the hell? But Anthony Macri sideline again. Dude cannot catch a break.
No.
Cannot catch a break. And I also want to give a shout out to Brendan Crouch.
Yeah.
Taking a nasty one. I think he's got a broken arm, broken wrist, or and maybe a concussion or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, took a nasty one. Cage broke apart. Then here we go again. People bitching about that.
Yeah.
Well, that cage broke. Well, here's the thing, guys. If that cage didn't break, his neck's probably breaking.
Oh, yeah.
Something's got to absorb the energy.
Yep.
Now, he was fortunate that no other car hit him.
Yeah.
Because it could have been bad. It was bad. It could have been worse.
Right.
But, the race car did its job. He walked out on his own power.
Yep.
Wrecks like that 20 years ago didn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, the wrecks happened.
Right.
But the guy didn't walk out under his own power.
Yep.
So
sometimes those cages do what they do, and you're supposed to throw them away when you get done.
Yeah.
Just they're
not
there to save your life. Yeah.
They're not indestructible. You walk away from a wreck, you get out, and you say, thank God it worked, and move on.
And, some of these cars, they're made to bend like that and sometimes break off because they had that problem back in the 90s maybe, where they had the cars built too stiff, the modifieds.
Yeah, and your body absorbed it and killed them all.
I mean, those guys, it was actually literally knocking their shoes off.
Yeah.
Because the cars wouldn't absorb the impact.
There's got to be absorbed energy, so we got to...
Yeah, and we've come a long way. What people don't understand is how far we've come with that stuff.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's, it's very unfortunate.
I mean,
sprint car race is dangerous.
Literally, they're racing probably twice as much as they used to too, and we're having way less deaths. Less deaths. So I mean, it's really came a long way.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. But sprint cars, they're the baddest things on the planet. They're dangerous. Why do you think Brad Sweet's not running them anymore?
Right.
Why do you think Kyle Larson don't run non-wing sprint cars no more?
Yeah.
Because they are dangerous. They are.
Yeah.
But in the same token, God, they're fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
They are fun to watch. So, quick touch on the Topless 100 real quick. All right, Flash. First off, congratulations to Dan Ebert.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially after all the shit he took last week for something that wasn't his problem. Congratulations on Hoosier Tire for getting rich off one event.
Yeah.
This is not a hate on Hoosier deal. This is I don't know what the hell's rocks in the race.
I don't think it would have mattered what tires were on there. I think it just
But something's got to be done. To fix that, because an hour and 43 minutes to run a 100-lap A main with 17 cautions and 15 of them being for flat tires.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing a race be won with tire strategy, but I don't like being won like that.
Yeah, that's that's a different type of tire strategy.
It's different.
So yeah, that was I didn't get to see all the Topless 100 feature, but I watched the preliminary nights the other night. This is our preview of our hot take show.
Yeah.
So we throw the word crown jewel around a lot.
Yeah.
This is a crown jewel event. Let me ask you this. Is it a late model crown jewel event if the guy that runs Dirt on Dirt, the biggest late model publication there is, and is a general manager of Flow Racing, is at the Knoxville Nationals sprint car event that is produced by Dirt Vision?
Yeah.
Is it a crown jewel? I'm just asking.
Right.
Just asking for a friend, as they say.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know how much of a crown jewel event it is. If you got 4 people that's on that Lucas Oil crew that's owned by Flow Racing.
Yeah.
And one of them show up.
Yeah.
And hat tip to James Essex, because the only good thing that came out of the north side, or a lot of good things came out of the north south, but the only good thing that came out of the Topless 100 is Dan Ebert got him his first win.
Yeah.
And James Essex was solo in the booth.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only good thing.
Yeah.
Everything else, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. Not gonna go into that, super heavy. It just one of those things, man.
Yeah.
So
I've seen those before, but that seems to be a trend every time they go there, though. So it's they're gonna have to do something. I don't know what, but
and it's crazy. The Topless 100. I've been to all the late model crown jewel stuff. I've never made it to the Topless 100, and And I always wonder, I don't know why, but it's always been the week after the North-South, so I know why now.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Yeah, it was one of those events that I never ate. Well, Josh Rice's right rear wore the hell out.
Yeah, that one was smoked.
Yeah, that one was gone. Yeah.
As we see on the TV right now, just so y'all know.
Yeah, we're watching the replay.
Yeah.
So made my way to Lawrenceburg Speedway last night. We had 15 cars for the Save a Lot American All-Stars. Weather scared a lot of people away. Hated that for the racetrack, but they did have 110 cars through all the divisions.
Yeah.
32 modified showed up. Tyler Arrington took the win. First win on the season for a two-time and defending series champion. Young man out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Nicholas Bird, ran second. And Parker Perry ran third. The highlight of the race, maybe not for Parker Perry and Trent Green, but for the fans, was Parker Perry and Trent Green trading paint.
Yeah.
Trading sliders, trading slammers, trading hooks for about 8 laps of the A-main. Parker Perry, so Green kind of chopped him off a little bit. Perry got a good run. Perry decided he was going to the next turn. If he chops me off, it's not going to work. And Green, took the line away like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And Perry made a subconscious decision to drive it on in there.
Yeah.
And he drove it in there. They traded paint. Went down the corner. Green gave it back to him a little bit. Perry, being the 15-year-old that just absolutely goes balls to the wall, drove it back in on him. And Parker Perry, he is a generational talent.
Yeah.
He's 15 years old. I told his dad last night, I know this sounds bad, standing in the tech line after the race. I told his dad, I said, man, you have to get this kid a sprint car ride. Somebody in the sprint car world in Indiana, get this kid a ride.
Yeah.
Midgets, micro sprints. He performs to the highest level. Late model, they're a little behind on equipment, but he's always in the running.
Yeah.
Somebody got a sprint car, please just give him one opportunity. Just give him one. Let's just give him an opportunity. We'll tell his mom to stay home at night.
Yeah.
But he is a sprint car driver. He just got that. He's got that mentality. Send it till you bend it. But the kid can flat out drive a race car.
Yeah.
I'm a big Parker Perry fan. He is a kid that just absolutely gets up on the wheel and goes. But in the mods, Matt Hamilton, past guest, took the win over Scotty Williams, and Justin Clark started 13th and ran 3rd.
Yeah. And
Ben Harmon started 6th and ran 4th. Last 4 laps, Harmon was the fastest car on the track with about 8 to go. He was a half second faster than Hamilton. But the last 4 laps, I believe Harmon had a motor go sour.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if it blew up completely, but it got to the point where it felt like it was locking up, he said.
Yeah.
And when he went to pull off the racetrack, it quit running. They had to push it. Now the motor spins over, but I'm thinking maybe like the pickup fell off the oil pump or something. He said with the last 2 lights, the oil light was pegged.
Yeah.
But he said either coast to the infield or coast across the line.
Yeah.
Coast across the line, at least you get some money back.
Right.
So, I think he may have learned his lesson from pulling off one night.
Yeah.
He's not pulling off. Some bitch quits running now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what went on there. Got to work with Chad Cunningham, super nice guy. Trade a little knowledge. But we had a score there from Josh King's Florence Speedway.
Yeah.
And he proceeded to tell me how sprint cars suck and late models are incredible. Just watch last week's North-South 100.
Yeah.
So they had a bunch of divisions, so I had plenty of downtime after my 2 heat races, right?
Yeah.
So me and him got in a Trading Sliders podcast debate. I proceeded to tell him, you know why y'all's race was so good, right? He said, why? I said, because that's what we call a sprint car race.
Yeah.
You had cars flipping, you had big wrecks, you had a major cushion, you had a hoe, and you had slide jobs.
Yeah.
We've got the TV brought up, right?
Yeah.
The iPad sitting there. Guess what race he's watching? I.e. the Topless 100.
Oh, yeah.
I said, you guys can have this, and we'll take what you had last week. Well, that's just a race. I said, whoa. That's a crown jewel, baby.
Yeah.
That's a crown jewel. I said, you guys got 40 cars. our little bitty sprint car world, as you called it, we got 35 of them over here at Hopstop tonight, and the winner came from 10. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I told him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we were going back, having good fun. But he said, you know what my problem is with sprint cars? They got to push them out and give them engine heat. Why they need engine heat for? I said, because the cars don't sit and stage it and warm up before hot laps.
Yeah.
Well, can't they just pull on the track like everybody else and go? I said, well, they can. But their cars don't warm up in staging. So you ever notice they give them engine heat and then they're always the first up? Well, that just runs the program behind.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, because 20 caution flags for flat tires. Don't.
Iron 42 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, don't hold the program up. He goes, see, this is not a fair debate. I said, hey, I'm just debating you. You're the one that said it, but we had a good time.
Yeah.
So it was a fun time. All right, Flash. Fan question of the week before we get off here, because this show is going to run a little bit long, it looks like.
Yeah.
But it's all bit. It's our show. We can do what we want.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told.
Yep.
This comes from Sam out of Browstown, Illinois. Why do fans hate on Kyle Larson, David Gravel, Bobby Pierce, Ricky Thornton, etc.? Can't we just enjoy them for what they are?
Yeah.
You want me to go? You want to go?
Yeah, you can go ahead and go.
Sam? I don't know. I do know. A lot of people don't like greatness.
Yeah.
A lot of people have an issue because they're so passionate about what they like. You know, most people that hate, as you say, on these guys are in their later years in life.
Yeah.
They remember their heroes. And nobody will ever
be as good as them.
Be as good as their heroes. It's the same thing as the Michael Jordan, LeBron James debate.
Yeah.
People in the 80s and 90s, there will never be anybody as good as Michael Jordan. People in the 2000s that never seen the 80s and 90s basketball, there'll never be anybody as good as LeBron James.
Yeah.
Before him, the same thing with Dr. J. So here's the thing. People like what they like, and they don't want. It's a whole United States problem.
Right.
And this goes into politics. This goes into religion. You know, I'm this, and screw you if you like that.
Yeah.
It's a whole country problem.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled, and I think this is going to sound like the old man get off my lawn, but I think a lot of it comes back from social media.
Yeah.
Everybody feels like, you know. And we do it. We put out where we're going, what we're doing, try to promote the sport. But I think everybody feels like they should have a say-so in what goes on.
Right.
And Pat Sullivan said one time, why can't we just appreciate greatness while it's happening?
Yeah.
And, you know, I agree with that. But the hate, you know,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. Because I don't hate anybody in the racing world. There's some guys I don't like because they're arrogant or you know, douchey. But
yeah.
I don't hate them. I mean, I got bigger problems to worry about than hating some dude, you know, over that. Like, yeah, there's other shit going on.
It's not going to affect me at all.
Yeah. So, so what do you think, Flash?
I don't know why they don't like certain people like that. I mean, when I go to the racetrack, a lot of times I'm looking at the guys that are running back there in the back, and I think, man, I'm like, if that dude had more money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could race with any of those guys, and it just, I mean, that's just the way I am. When I go, I like to watch everybody, and I mean, yeah, I have my favorites that I like, but I just, I'm not real picky like that. I'm
that's the way I am.
I mean, if a guy does something cool, I mean, and doing this podcast, like talking to people, like I was talking to guys last night, and they're like, man, I really do not like that guy at all. I was talking about some of the people that we were going to have on, you know. And I was like, well, you know, you might want to go back and listen to his interview. To his interview that we did. I said, it might change your mind. I said, because some of these guys I didn't think I would like either. And then after we do it, it's like, man, they're pretty cool, you know. Yeah. So it's just weird like that. It's just.
Well, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but I told Flash. Flash was sick one week, and I said, hey, I got an interview with this guy. And Flash couldn't go, and he goes, well, I'll be honest, I'm glad I'm not going.
Yeah.
I don't really care much for that guy. I said, okay. I said, fair enough. I said, but accomplishments are accomplishments, so I'm gonna go interview. He said, okay. And then that week, Flash was like, you know what? I think I was wrong on him. I said, yeah, I think you was.
I mean, that happens to us too, the same way. That's what we tell everybody.
Yeah.
You know, even if you don't know like if you see somebody interviewing and you don't think you like them, go listen to the interview anyway.
Yeah.
Because it might change your mind, or then you might really say, yeah, I really don't like that guy.
Yeah, that dude's an asshole. Like I said, I always go back to this.
Yeah.
I had one guy tell me, your guys' interview with Artie Ware was so good, I almost like Artie Ware now. I said, damn, that's good.
That may or may not have been who I was talking about.
Yeah. Said, damn, that was good. So, but
or the guy that was talking to me anyway.
yeah. But,
I was like, you might want to go back and listen to that interview.
yeah. So we're gonna get off here and listen to my old man, 1995 figure eight track champion at Kentucky Motor Speedway, a modernator of just figuring out how to do it.
Yeah.
Dale Puckett. It's time for the Trading Sliders Deep Dives presented by Kentucky Clutch and Performance. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on this week's Trading Sliders Deep Dive. Flash, we're 99 episodes into this. I've been trying to get him to come on for 99 weeks.
Yep. And do you realize this whole thing would never happen if it wasn't for this guy?
Yeah, that's crazy. So this week's guest, I don't even know how to say it. I guess, hey, Dad. That's what we'll start with.
Yeah.
That's what you always said.
Yeah. It's the guy that created this whole racing monster, Dale Puckett, the figure eight connoisseur, the racing on a budget connoisseur. We'll just make it happen connoisseur. But first off, thanks for coming on. It's only been 99 weeks we've been trying to do this.
Yeah.
So when he told me a few weeks ago, he said, I'll come on, but I'm not coming on to 99. I said, fair enough.
Yep.
So I told Flash, we got to at least do 99 shows then.
Yep.
Can't quit.
Yep, we got to go to 99
We
for
go
sure.
to 99 for sure. So thank you for coming on.
But I think we could have went to 121 because I remember him driving
Yeah.
121
Yeah.
before.
Well, if he didn't come on this week, I was going
we was going to have to do that.
yeah, do that one. Wait another 4 months.
Yeah.
So first off, you're on the Big Trading Sliders podcast. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. This is worldwide. But actually, hold on a second. I got an update, Flash.
Oh, did you?
Yep, I got an update. I got to look it up real quick because I do this on the fly. Hold on. Spotify creators. Here we go, Flash. Drum roll, please. 59 countries.
Oh, yeah.
We've made it to 59. Last time we was at 54.
Oh, it was 47 the last time I remember.
Yeah, 59.
59.
Yeah. Now here's a funny one. I'm gonna see if you can read this one off.
Yeah.
We had at work the other day. We were talking about this. All right. SURINAME.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Sonoma.
So Suriname?
Yeah.
That's a country?
Yeah.
Well, whoever it is, they're listening to the Trading Sliders podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. And there was another one too. I didn't even know it was a country. Bangladesh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bangladesh.
And like Pakistan's brother, it's UZBEKISTAN.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
You're the pronunciation guy here.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it.
Yeah. So we're worldwide now. All right,
Yeah.
Dad. So we're doing big things.
Oh yeah.
We can't get people in Louisville to listen, but we get people around the country to listen.
Right, yeah.
I can't listen to it. I've tried and tried and tried.
I'm gonna show you again
Yeah.
before you leave.
Yeah, we'll fix
it's
you
one
up before you
button.
leave.
All you gotta do is hit one button. But so you raced for let's say was it 40 years?
Since 1972 when I started.
And last race was 2 years ago, I think, 3 years ago, roughly. So close to 40 years.
Yeah.
Making laps. And most of them happen at the sports show.
Yeah. Charlestown. A lot of Charlestown.
A
Charlestown.
lot of Charlestown.
I remember those.
Yeah.
A lot of little
Fairgrounds.
fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Didn't your we won't say birth certificate. We'll say age of racing get screwed up because you had to be a certain age to race fairgrounds, and evidently you could get paperwork pretty easy back then.
Sure could. Mom got them.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you started racing, you were a second generation racer. My grandpa, your dad, was a drag racer.
And ran track racer.
But he was mostly known for drag racing. Yeah. So when you decided to go racing, how come you never went the drag racing route?
I did.
No, I'll say it's shit. I guess I probably should have done my research.
Yeah. You don't know your own dad?
Drag racing for about 5 years.
See, I didn't know you ever drag raced. I remember you taking Papa's stuff to the track.
No, I didn't.
So you started off. Did you start off drag racing or start off at the fairgrounds?
Drag racing.
Started off drag racing. Okay, well, see, news to me. The news flash there. As you can see, all the notes we have, none. So that's the way we do everything here. So you started off drag racing, and then you went to the fairgrounds. And what was it called? I guess the street stock. It was called. What was the
Hobby stock.
Hobby stock.
Yeah.
Had a green Camaro number 2.
No, had a black Camaro. I started out in a 64, blue and white, 16, number 16A.
Number 16A. So you started out on the oval because you weren't old enough to run figure eight, right? Yeah. And then, well, I know for sure you had a green Camaro. I got the damn thing on the wall right there.
Yeah, I had a green Camaro.
Yeah. So you started out at the fairgrounds, and racing at the fairgrounds was just different, wasn't it?
Yes. It was fun.
Yeah. Simple enough. It was fun.
Yeah.
So you progressed, and we went to Sportstrong, went to Charlestown, went to Bowling Green, raced all over. One thing though that I can say, especially being a kid, you didn't mind going race anywhere. It didn't matter. You take a what they called late model and ran modified figure eight, run late model oval. It didn't make no difference at all, did it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Run anything and everything.
Anything they let you.
Yeah. I went to Florida one time for Speed Weeks. Took an old car down Denny Blackwell had. Run it in every division. Run late model one night. And changed gear, changed carburetor, changed tires. And we stayed down there 2 weeks. And we spent $20 when we came home.
Yeah.
That's a damn good week.
Yeah.
I can't even get to the gas station and I spent $20.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that the same one when y'all blew the motor up in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they blew. All right, Flash. Look, they blew the motor. I'll let them tell the story. It's a story. But they blew the motor up, and then got a crate engine before crate engines were cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So tell everybody what happened there.
We blew it up on third lap. So we were batting 100. Then Jimmy Wilkerson down there on the Wilkerson's Lumber Company says, "I have your motor in the morning." He brought us up with a motor and an engine stand, and furnished the gods, put it in, and we went racing.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me that.
So they really made a whole lot. They made a lot more money than $20.
Yeah.
And they got a new engine out of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like the Florida story that we went. He talked me into. He said, "Let's build an enduro car because this will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a vacation but go race back-to-back nights."
Yeah.
Everybody, it seemed like there was 30 people with us.
There was a lot down there.
A lot of people. They got a vacation.
Yeah.
We didn't. We spent 2 days working on race cars because, well, let's just say we had a fuel cell that cost us $20,000.
Yeah.
I still got the little plow out of it.
You still got the check valve? I don't want that damn thing.
Yeah.
Don't ever bring it over here.
Yeah.
We changed every fuel line. I mean, carburetor, inline fuel filter, everything you could think of.
Yeah.
They had a brand new fuel cell in it. The check valve was bad. Dad went, well, I guess you went about 60 laps for it.
It's suck up. And
It quit. Next night, I'm running, I'm leading, and we thought we had it fixed. I got about 65 laps.
Yeah.
Did the exact same thing again. So what's funny is we came in the pit, they pushed me in the pits, and Dad looked in there, and he opened the trunk, and the fuel cell is about the size of the trunk.
Yeah.
He took the cap off and he said, "You want to go back out?" I said, "Nah, we're already 5 laps down.
Yeah.
Let's go home with the car."
Yeah.
We went and ate a cheeseburger. No sense going back out there now. They left me sitting in the infield for half the damn race, it seemed like.
Yeah.
That was fun times. So when you went racing, what year or so did you start did you run figure eight at fairgrounds or was it afterwards?
I ran at fairground. I ran at the second year of a race.
Second year? So I thought you supposed
Wasn't supposed to. No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was asking.
Got hit with Smokey Bishop in an intersection.
Was it his Ford? Huh? Was it his big Ford that he hit you with, or was
it a Mustang?
His Mustang? Okay. Yeah, I
They had one of them big bumpers on the front of it, no matter what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got hit by Smokey Bishop.
Incidentally, that car spun around 15 times. No, it didn't. I thought, damn.
Yeah. I like this shit, huh? Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, this figure eight racing. This here's fun. So I got a funny story about Charlestown.
I got one too.
Oh, well, you go ahead. I'll let you start.
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, I got a funny story about Charlestown. So I've got this old videotape, and I'm watching it. Richie passed it down to me, and Richie, my dad was the first person to let Richie work on a race car.
Yeah.
So you talk about creating this monster.
Right.
He really created a monster over there.
Yeah.
He's good at creating monsters. All right. So Richie passed it down to me, and my dad and Rick Hines were racing for the win. And neither one of them lifted. They both drove in the damn wall.
Oh, yeah.
Hines said he wasn't going to lift, and Dad lived, and Dad said he wasn't going to lift, he lived. They both drove straight in the damn wall. The guys were different back then.
Oh yeah, I seen it a lot of times back a long time ago. I mean, really, I seen Ray Crane, Calvin's dad. I seen him and Jim Taylor do it one night. And Ray Crane went through the. They used to put a chain up across the fence at the drum.
Yeah, 'cause that's how they
the
keep
chain
you.
and ended up in the pits.
Yeah.
I mean, and on the last lap of one of the, I think it was when they had the twin 50s, 50 twin 50s is what they called them, I think.
And me and Earl O'Reilly did it
But-
too at Charlestown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
I remember a story I was going to tell though. My dad and Dale was leading. They was both running 1-2 side by side, and they run like that for probably 4 or 5 laps like that. Well, come around almost to the last lap, and they go around the corner and they're getting ready to come down towards either the white flag or the checkered. Well, back then they used to run oval and then figure eight both. Well, Dale went straight down the straightaway like he was on the oval. And he cut back across, and then my dad got together going in the corner. And I think they both reacted. My dad was always talked about that. He thought it was funny.
yeah, he's supposed to be running the figure eight.
Yeah, he was straight like he was running the oval.
At Charlestown, that's when you was doing a lot of driving with Bob Newton, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you and Bob Newton. I missed my first day of school because of them. Yeah.
Well, I was at Bloomington.
Yeah, I missed my first day of school because we got in at Bloomington. We got in from Bloomington. Imagine this, Flash.
Yeah.
We got into Bloomington when the sun was coming up.
Imagine.
Some things never change. 46 years later, I'm still getting in from Bloomington.
That's why we sleep in the parking lot of Bloomington now.
Yeah. So Rick Irwin told me this one time. He said, your dad was MacGyver before MacGyver. He said, if there was something wrong with the car, everybody in Edgewood just brought it to you for you to figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah. So where'd that come from? Well, I know where it came from because I grew up that way. We was poor, had to figure it out.
Didn't have no money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, so that was one of the things that, when you... This is what Rick said. Rick said, there was no MacGyver in racing before Dale Puckett. He said, he could fix anything.
That's where built not bought came from.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% built not bought.
Yep.
But all the guys that in Edgewood, and you guys grew up there racing, I mean, it was like the who's who of racing back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I didn't realize it as a kid, but, like I said, we've had everybody on basically that's still living. And I'm like, damn, all these assholes changed my diapers. So it was one of those things. How often were you at Irwin's and Irwin was at your place? How often was that?
Every day.
Yeah.
We built Rick's car in my garage. It was every day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and so you was the one that decided to let Richie work on the race cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the reason behind that? Because everybody else wouldn't.
Well, everybody else is kind of afraid of him, I think.
Tell the Richie story about you.
We was at Rick Irwin's one day. Richie was on his bicycle. I don't know how old he was, but he rode down there, and P.B. Holder was there. And he said, Richie, here's a world famous figure eight driver, P.B. Holbert. He looked at Rick and said, no, he ain't. He said, that ain't Rance Harmon.
That ain't Rance Harmon. No matter who it was. Rance Harmon was the world famous figure eight racer.
Yeah.
Tell everybody the story about the time that you and Richie were putting, well, there are two Richie stories, one. But the time you guys were putting the engine in the car and you were on the ground and Richie was driving the engine hoist. Yeah. Because I've screwed some shit up. But Richie really, he takes the cake on this one.
Yeah.
This was a brand new car. We was putting the motor in it. And I was under there guiding the transmission back. And I hear, oh, Jesus! Look up, Richie's pinned against the ceiling on the engine hoist.
But see, he's leaving part of the story out. So, it had the nose on the car, you know?
Yeah.
So Dad adds 6 foot to the hoist, but nothing to the wheels. He left Richie, about 15-year-old Richie, drive this sumbitch in here. He drove it in. Richie knocked the windshield out of the car, pinned up against the ceiling.
That wasn't the only thing. When we finally got the motor in, got everything done, Richie says, "Can I pull it outside?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead." He starts it up. He hits the side of the garage door going out. He looks around at me and says, "Oh, we hit something." Then he hit the tree in front of y'all.
Yeah, so that happens. It happens. But one thing though, like we talked about, growing up poor, and that's the way we grew. One thing I really remember that was, we didn't know we were poor. Hell, I just thought, hell, we're going racing on the weekend. That's what we always do.
Yeah.
I didn't know no different.
That's kind of the same way we did.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea we was poor. Hell, I got to go to the racetrack. So I had no idea. I was like, hell, I thought this is the way everybody lived.
Yeah.
I know everybody in the neighborhood did.
That's the way we grew up. So
Yeah,
we don't, it wasn't nothing new to us to do that.
I know everybody in our neighborhood, they went to the racetrack and we all tried to see who was leaving first, gonna ride with them.
I remember, I'm sure you did too. You rode to the racetrack in the back of the truck.
Oh, God.
So many times, probably like me.
Yeah,
we
but-
rode on the back of a wrecker to Charlestown every single night.
I'll let Dad tell this story. I rode in the back of the truck to Whitesville in a storm a night that a prisoner escaped. I'll let him tell the story, all right?
It was you, little Gary. Who else rode in it?
Leonard,
Joey.
Ricky, Leonard, Andy, and Nick. There were 6 of us.
In the back of the truck.
In the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah.
We come through a roadblock while it's raining. So Dad gave us a tarp, so we all got the tarp on. The cop raises this tarp up. There's 6 kids laying there. We're just laying there looking at it. He goes, he said, "What the hell you got going on here?" And Dad said, "Yeah, there's no room in the front for him." He goes, You can't tote these kids around like this. Where are you going?" My dad said, "Louisville." He said, "Louisville." We was in Fordsville. Yeah, Louisville. So he said, "Can they ride with you?" That's the same time when
I asked Leon having driver's license. The cop told me, he said, "Let me see your operator's license." I said, "Give me my license." He asked Leon. He said, "No, where?" He says, "Sir, let me see your operator's license." He just sat there. He said, "Sir, let me see your driver's license." He said, "If I had a driver's license, I'd be driving."
So the 6 kids in the back of the truck wasn't a problem. The cop wanted Leon to get out of the truck.
Yeah.
He's gonna take care of him. I've done some things going to the racetrack, Flash, because what? Hell, we didn't have a choice when we were kids. I was like, I'm going to the races.
Yeah.
I'll ride in the car. I'll ride in the back of the truck. It don't make no difference to me. That was just that's kind of what we did.
Well,
Right.
Richie used to ride in the car all the time going to Whitesville.
Yeah.
He didn't put the helmet on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richie had to hold on for dear life. I'm going to handcuff Dad's hands. He's doing the tap that everybody does. Yeah. When you start doing, Flash?
What's that?
Those seat cushions that I take for us with the racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to lay them in front of all the guys we're interviewing
Yeah.
so they can tap the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said this when we had Ricky on. I said, I think Ricky got your driving ability. Could drive junk, can drive anything. Me, I had to work on my shit, get it right. I couldn't just drive anything. But I got your fabricating skills. You showed me how to do everything. To the point where, we went out to your work and I'd go out there on a Saturday, Flash, and their company's probably closed down for all the metal that I screwed up.
Yeah.
Trying to learn how to use a sheet metal brake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Ricky, though, I think he got your driving ability. You can just drive anything. It don't matter what it is. It don't got to be perfect.
You adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a decent adapter, but Ricky can get in junk and drive it.
Flash the same way.
Yeah.
Just adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I had to work on my shit. We got to get my shit right. I can drive it, don't get me wrong, but we're going to work on this damn thing. Then my dad always tell me, "That's close enough." I'm like, hell, half a second's not close enough. So I took my car out one night, Flash, when I first got it. And we go to the races, and I'm going out there, and he tells me, you gotta drive in harder. I'm like, okay. So I'm driving the shit out of this thing, and about lap 7, I go in and I push the brake pedal down. That son bitch goes straight to the floor, and I smoked the barrel at the drone. I mean, in between the guardrail. I mean, I hit the barrel.
Yeah.
It drove the right front back. This fucker thing was junk. They told me in the record, and I'm sitting there and I'm pissed. We worked on this car for a year.
Yeah.
But I said, you looked a lot better that time. I said, the car's junk. He said, oh, it ain't hurt. He fired it up and drove it up on the trailer with the front end knocked off of it.
Yeah.
He said, oh, it ain't hurt at all. But so we get back and he's like, yeah, you just screwed up. I was like, Dad, this thing ain't got no brakes. He goes, no, you just overdrove the corner and screwed up. I said, no, I'm telling you, it ain't got no brakes. So we work on it, and he said, all right, pump the brakes up. I pumped the brakes up. He's like, brilliant and everything. He's like, it's got brakes. I'm like, all right. So we go to Louisville that next Friday. I go down the corner. I'm about to drive through the pits.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the corner. As I pull it in, I said, Dad, I said, this thing, it's got a brake pedal, but it ain't got a lick of brakes.
Yeah.
He's like, well, take your foot off the gas. I'm like, all right, well, maybe I am, because I'm new.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we go back out next practice. I come even closer to hitting the wall. I come in, I said, something's wrong with this thing. He said, hit the brakes. And the max cylinder was flexing on the firewall. He had brakes, so he was just racing up. I said, I told you this something didn't have no brakes.
Yeah. Had just enough to make it.
Yeah, it was, like you had a pedal.
Yeah.
But it would flex so much that if the rod would pull on, you had no brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he took a tab and welded it to the firewall. I ran that car until I tore it up. Like that. Had a tab welded on, hold the max cylinder down.
Yeah.
Took a little piece of flat metal, bent it over. Yeah, it was funny though. He was like, he's like, this thing's got brakes. You need to quit driving it in so deep.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I don't want to go in that deep. See, I'm not very good at adapting, like we were saying.
Well, y'all's garage is about like ours. You just had to MacGyver everything, like you said.
Yeah,
just whatever you get a hold of to make work. And
I was just fortunate we had a garage then.
Yeah.
Because when he won his championship that year, hell, we raced underneath the oak tree in the backyard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We didn't have a garage.
A lot of guys like now, they don't realize what it was like back then. I mean, like stuff we did in Dale. I mean, and you and my dad were both top runners everywhere they went. So, and they didn't have half the stuff some of them other guys did.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, that's like my dad. Like hell, I didn't realize people had garages, so I started going over to Huey's.
Yeah.
Frankie took me over there. They had garages. I'm like, shit, we got an oak tree that got a chain hanging out of, and then we had chains on the bottom. There was a homemade rack so we could pull the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
well, my house where I live at now, it was like a little 2-car garage. Well, one half of it was always full, but we worked in the one side of it all the time. And then I guess when I finally got older, I just now realize this while we're talking about this. I guess my dad figured he better build a garage at his house where we can get 2 cars in there.
Yeah.
so one of us wouldn't be working outside all the time.
Yeah, we worked outside.
Actually, when I first started, George Daly would let me use his garage. My first car I ever built, me and Chuck, my buddy that always helped me and him built the car together, and so we did that. But I just now realized that's probably why we built the garage at the house.
Yeah, like I said, Dad, he just, I didn't know it was no different. Hell, we didn't have no gravel. It was just grass underneath the tree.
Right.
If it rained too much, it's like, damn. And then we started going to Gary's. Gary owned his garage.
He built a garage.
Yeah, Gary built a big garage, and Gary didn't really want to race a whole lot. He thought he did until he flipped the car. Like, he flipped Dad's car, and then all of a sudden he didn't want to race no more.
Which Gary was it?
Gary Madison.
Oh,
yeah.
I found out.
Yeah.
I knew him.
So he built a garage, but I learned something about working in the garage then, like, because during the tree days, we'd knock off about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because A, the neighbors, and B, we had no light. We just had one drop cord hanging down.
Yeah.
So when we got to Gary's, Dad liked to work till like 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And back then, that's when I'm playing high school basketball. I play basketball, and then the rule was he'd go to every game and everything, but afterwards we work on a race car.
Right.
Well, some nights I may or may not got a creeper and slid underneath the car to take a nap.
Right.
Because I couldn't do 2 hours a night back then.
Yeah.
And I learned, quite frankly, one night, he just left my ass there.
Yeah.
So I had to work on it the next day by myself. He said, I'll leave you here. Yeah, he said he looked for me for like an hour. I was underneath the car. Don't worry, I'm changing the gear tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy, that time growing up and then racing everywhere. So, speaking of Richie, Richie said that you were the only race car driver that he's been around that has done more with less. He said it didn't matter. You would always tell him, Richie, these are the 4 tires we got.
Put them on it. I don't care where you put them.
Are they round and black?
Yeah, didn't care where they was, just put them on. But do you ever look back and think maybe the deal with Bob Newton, when you started driving for Newton, that what could have been maybe, because Newton and them, him and his wife started having problems and his racing side stopped. But that was really when you was hitting your stride. You ever look back and think, well, damn, or it's just is what it is?
Bob Newton was the smartest guy I ever met. Had no common sense. He was smart.
But remember when you won the Sports Dome race? Did you ride? Or you tell this story? Because I don't know if you rode on the hood or if he rode on the hood.
We was on the Sports Dome. Bought 4 new tires that day. Higgy did. Had them buffed and said, we put them on. I didn't like them. I had 4 slick ones I liked. And Bob showed up at the racetrack. I said, Bob, how many of these tires will make 100 laps? He said, he checked the tires and looked at them all, wanted to know what the car weighed. And he said, well, they'll be rotating, in case pencil out. They'll be rotating this many times and all that. He says, if you don't slide them, burn them up, you'll make it. Well, then I done made my mind up. I was running them tires. It didn't make no difference.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was me and Rick or me and Higgy. I don't remember which one it was. One of them got on the hood of the car and he drove around the car around the track real slow and counting our tire rotations. And we was 1 number off with Bob. I told him we're wrong. He's right.
Yeah, Bob took the tire, measured it, spun it 1 time, and told him how many times the tire was going to go around and go around the track. Yeah, Dad said, I'm pretty sure we miscounted. There's no way we're that close.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
anyway,
crazy.
We won the feature. But about lap 50, I had a yellow and pulled up at a fence. Bob said, stop spinning them tires. You ease them on out there.
Yeah.
So, okay. We won the race, and tar blowed out going in the pits.
That's how close it was.
Yeah. That's because he was spinning the tires. If you listen to Bob, you
would have had 4 or 5 more laps if he wouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah. This name will ring a bell for some people. Ron Hazard, Road Hazard.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, he raced up in Michigan. He moved down here. I remember we built his car. Well, actually, I said we built. I was just there. I didn't do much building then. He had a nice garage. Yeah. So we was over there, and I was playing like ping pong and stuff. They had like shit you could do.
Yeah.
But so Dad built his car, but then Dad drove his car and destroyed it. So we got to hear about that.
Well, about that, Ron come over and said, I'm a little worried about driving. He said, why don't you run this tonight and when I run it next week. So, okay. Well, I run it, cut the wall at the back of it, flipped it over and tore it all up.
So he's been known to tear up a few things.
Oh, yeah.
Andy Virtue said he's the only person that ever wrecked the intersection by himself.
I did.
It's funny. This right here, it's Dad thought Buddy wrecked him.
Oh, yeah.
We was over, me and Buddy was over running practice, and we was going out there. I wasn't paying attention to them. Bam! An intersection, spun around. Thought, what the hell did I hit? Buddy must have hit me. I looked around. Buddy wasn't even out there. So then Andy come out there running a little 4-wheeler, and I hit the damn U-tar. I had 0 offset wheels on the back, hit the U-tar.
Andy said, "You're like some bitch. I know wrecking intersection by yourself. Only car on the track wrecking the intersection." Yeah, that's funny. So a funny story Buddy Virtue told me one time, and I told him that there's no way this is true, but he said it is, so it's got to be. He said he just started racing, and he pulled up next to you at Charlestown in the pits, and y'all are about to pull out. Y'all are starting on the front row together. And you reached over and picked up a brake pedal and waved it out the window and told him, I don't know, something just broke. Buddy said, I hit in turn 1 so slow I was scared to death. He killed me. So is that a true story?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just carried a brake pedal around with you?
Yeah, we carried one to mess with Buddy at night.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, buddy said, that son of a bitch scared the shit out of me. He went down the turn, and I thought, oh, hell, he's going to wreck. He said, so I lived it. He said, I slowed the whole field down, and look, I was blocking for him. He had a straightaway lead on us.
Yeah.
So you did some modified figure eight racing, some sportsman racing, street stock racing. What did you prefer? What did you like the most?
Street stock.
You race street stock? Yeah, that's because I would have said you'd like figure eight the most, but I know how much you enjoy the oval.
Well, I call street stock figure eight too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that right there, it was less about the car, more about the driver.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. The best advice he ever gave me when I started racing. I said, Dad, when do I know when I need to brake? He said, well, if you hit the guy in the ass in front of you, you probably need to brake. I said, well, okay. Now, what if I'm by myself? He said, if you hit the wall, you didn't brake soon enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's like, oh, you'll figure it out. I'm like, okay.
Out of all the tracks you ran around here, which one did you like the best?
Glasgow.
Glasgow?
That's-
What about the asphalt tracks? That's what I just...
I like to go fairgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite was always Charlestown. It was my favorite racetrack.
Yeah, Glasgow was always my favorite track in this area.
I ran Glasgow one time, but it was my drone car with the regular drone tires on it.
Yeah, you probably didn't like it.
And the drone gear. So I was turning about 8,200 with a motor that shouldn't have turned 62.
Yeah.
I got home, all the body brackets was broke off of it. It was a mess.
Yeah, that's so you did do a little bit of dirt racing though. I mean, you ran all those dirt enduros.
All dirt enduro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was Enduro King, wasn't you, for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On 5 in a row.
Yeah. So I thought.
Yeah, that Brownstown, it might be a reason why I don't like Brownstown to this day.
Yeah.
I was a little kid, wanted an enduro, and we walked out across the racetrack, and I fell down. They had a picture of me. I'm covered in mud from head to toe. I fell in the damn mud puddle by the flag stand.
Oh, yeah.
Irwin said one time at an enduro at Brownstown, Irwin flipped coming off the corner. Dad was behind him. He said, son of a bitch never lifted.
He rolled right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's he always talked about that. So looking back on it, all the racing that you did and everything, what was the best part of it? What was the best part?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It was all just fun back then.
Yeah, it's
It got too expensive.
Yeah.
But my last year I run, I had River City Bank give me a gold card and said, we'll tell you when it's living.
Yeah.
Never did. So
Yeah, I remember that year. Yeah. I remember that year.
Yeah.
So now we're progressed. I raced for a little bit. Ricky's racing. He's getting to the end of his career. Caden's racing. Joey even raced once. Did you ever think all three of us would run back then? Because Joey wanted nothing to do with cars. I mean,
Joey was the smartest one. He run an enduro on 5th and quit.
Yeah. He's a lot smarter than we was.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You know, when I quit, I told Ricky, I said, I gotta quit, man. It's just too expensive. Ricky, he's like, nah, we ain't quitting. We're racing. Yeah. He if there's a will, there's a way with him. He's gonna figure it out. Richie said one time, you guys build a new car, and my mom's over here yapping. She's yapping at him, and because Dad didn't go get her McDonald's, they're trying to get the new car done, and they get the car done, and they're gonna go race, and there's no screen for the radiator. So Dad takes a razor knife, goes up to the back screen door, and cuts it out. Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm waiting for somebody to say no. Waiting for him to say no on one of these. Like, no, that wasn't true. The legend grew, but that wasn't it.
Hell, your mom totaled a car I had in the car show in 3 laps. I never drove it.
Well, that happens.
Yeah.
Well, this is. He's the reason why I could just put a clip on overnight, because when I started racing, tell everybody what you told both me and Ricky when we started racing.
You can't tear up nothing I can't fix.
That's right.
Yeah, and Ricky's testing him.
He took it to heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold up here.
He passed that gene on to me now. I'm the fixer upper of the family, so I gotta fix the tore up stuff. But yeah, that was one of those things that he said, you can't tear up nothing I can't fix. I said, well, hold on a second. You know, by this time I'm the one helping you fix Gary's car Chris' car, Brian's car. I mean, with nothing we can't fix. I'm the helper now.
Right. Yeah.
But that year racing with Chris McFarland, that was a fun year, wasn't it? Yeah. We went to Whitesville every week. That was a good time. Yeah. That was one of those things that I didn't. When you're doing it, you don't really realize it. This is like the best days there is in racing. Because I knew every Friday we were going to watch races at Louisville. He done quit racing at Louisville.
Yeah.
Saturday we were going to either go to the Drome or Brownstown, and then Sunday I knew we were racing on Sundays every Sunday. So I'm going to be at the racetrack 3 nights a week every week.
Right.
Because we got to race on Sunday. Louisville was a block from the house. I knew I was getting Friday and Sunday no matter what. But you just when you're
Sunday Whitesville.
Yeah, Whitesville every Sunday.
Yeah.
The lady from Dodge's. When we come back every Sunday, she'd have our plates made.
Already
fresh chicken.
Fresh, everything we need. Like pizza sticks for me. Like every Sunday, when we stopped on the way out getting fuel, when she knew there was a race, we'd stop on the way back home and, the plate was ready.
She'd already have it ready.
Yeah. Except for maybe that one night we showed a little bit late when we went to the roadblock.
Yeah.
With the 6 kids in the back.
I was just thinking, we've all got to do a road trip together, remember?
Yeah.
Down in Georgia.
That was a great.
Yeah.
That was
almost died.
Yeah, that road trip. Well, we almost died. We had 9 flats.
Yeah.
First time I've ever bottomed a race car out and backspun and blew the motor up.
Yeah.
You guys slept.
Hey, we got to camp out though, so it was fun.
Yeah, y'all camped in a 20-degree temperature.
Yeah.
That was a good trip though.
Oh yeah, we had a blast.
Yeah, that was a good trip down to Rad's place.
Just Bobby's driving saved us though.
Yeah, not at the racetrack.
No, on the way home.
yeah, that's close. Yeah, that was one of those ones where it was.
Danny was like, I think it's tires. Something sounds funny back here. No, it's okay. Bam! And we're between 2 semis with the race car trailer on the back of a van.
Yeah. After we already blew out 2 trailer tires.
Yeah.
We have this is the 3rd blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes
as long as I raced,
those are memorable trips. So that's what.
As long as I raced, I've never had a flat on a trailer till he went with it.
Yeah.
So it's my fault.
It's Kurt's fault.
Okay.
Yeah, raced for 40 years. We had 2 flats on the trailer around Atlanta.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know Dale. He only had 3 of the 4 tires on the trailer anyway.
Yeah.
Your luck's got to be better than that.
Yeah. If you got 4 tires on there, you can have 4 flats. Yeah. We're gonna take 1 tire off. Hey, we made it back though.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a fun trip actually. Yeah. I mean, we would have run good. I think if it wasn't for bottoming out.
Yeah. Well, sorry. It didn't matter anyways. They didn't get our time.
Bobby sent her a little too hard into 1.
Yeah. It was
3 actually.
Yeah, it was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 3.
Yeah.
That's how come. I remember Dad said, "What happened to us?" I think when I bottomed out, it broke the crank. Ain't no damn way. I thought, well, listen, I'll tell you. There's something wrong. And I'm pretty sure when I bottomed out, it broke the crank.
Yep.
I built that car for Dad. So you missed the first part of that one.
Yeah.
I built that car for Dad because he wanted to go run an enduro.
Right.
No.
Yeah, we ended up going to Eldora, but we were going to go somewhere down south, and that's when you got sick the first time, went in the hospital.
No, that was the Nova.
Oh yeah, that was the Nova. We were going somewhere down south, and we ended up taking that car to Eldora.
I know, we took it to Eldora.
Yeah, we were going somewhere. I can't remember exactly where we were going. Dad wanted to run enduro, so I said, "Well, hell, I'm building 100 of these front-wheel drives a year. But let's build 101."
Yeah.
So I built him a car, and then we go to Eldora, and we get there, and he comes in, he goes, "Man, I can't see." I said, "Well, no, you'll be fine." He said, "No, with the inside wall and the outside wall." So this is when you probably was getting your diabetes you didn't know, really. Yeah, this is looking back on it. Yeah. He said, "I can't see going down the straightaway, so you got to drive." I said, "Okay." So he practiced for 2 days.
No, yeah. I drove it Friday night.
Yeah, you practiced and drove the heat race.
Yeah, run second Friday night.
So they go up there, and I told Dad, I said, "Should we just say something and I go to tell?" He said, "Ah, it'll be all right." Okay. So I'm like, I've never drove a front-wheel drive race car ever in my life. I've never been around Eldora ever in my life. And we're rolling out on the backstretch, and going green on the front stretch. They
Yeah.
lined us up on the hill. We turned out because it was blue collar bash. We turned out and went green. Like we didn't get one to go. So we go down the front stretch, and Dad ran second. So he was supposed to start second in the feature. So I go down, and the speedometer was still in the car, and I'm in second gear, and I shift to third, and I'm going into turn 1 on the opening lap. I look down, it's doing 129 mile an hour. So I just put it on the wall the whole time. I never even came off the wall.
Yeah.
My thing was, this damn axle brakes, I'm having a hell of a wreck.
Yeah.
So I just put it on the wall, on the peg the whole time, just hauling ass. About 4 laps to go, I got really fast. I was like, holy hell. I look up on the video board. I'm about to lap the second place car. Like, I am killing these dudes.
Yeah.
And I pull it up on the victory lane. I get out, and they got Dale Puckett, feature winner. Right there, right across the thing.
Yeah.
So, Dustin Jarrett's doing my interview. And, I said, yeah, I had a good time, had fun. We came here. Well, this old boy's protesting like a sumbitch back in the pits.
Oh, yeah.
He's mad as hell. He's protesting. I pull off the stage. Well, I'm sitting in the infield and then racing another race because we're pitted outside the racetrack.
Right.
They have like 250, 300 cars. It was like the Ice Bowl.
Right.
So they got cars there in every division. So I'm pitted outside so I'm sitting in the infield, and I pull up out there, and I told Dad, I got out. I said, man, this sumbitch was fast when that left rear tire went down. So the left rear tire went flat. So I was on victory lane stage, but the tire went flat like 4 laps to go. I got like a half second faster. So we pull over, and the tech guy comes over. And now that I think about this, was Steve Tribute the tech guy there that night?
I don't know.
I'm thinking it may have been Tribute, because Tribute just passed away.
Right.
But he come over and goes, you didn't drive this car yesterday. And my dad goes, well, yeah, I did, because we had a window net issue.
Yeah.
They came over and the window net was out of date.
Right.
There's all these front-wheel drive cars there. There's one with a sufficient enough cage to even be at Eldora.
Yeah.
That's our car. And they're worried about the window net that I put in that you didn't even have to have. They weren't even mandatory.
Oh, yeah.
But it was out of date. So my dad standing there and goes, well, don't you remember you came over here and you was yelling at me about his window net while he was about to go out? And that guy goes, yeah, you're right. So it took us forever to get the check.
Yeah, it took a month to get it.
But we did get the check. We did win.
Yeah.
I told Dad, I said, when we was leaving, I said, if they disqualify us, I don't care. They are not getting the trophy back.
Right.
I got a trophy that says Eldora Speedway. They are not getting it back.
Yep.
But yeah, it was funny. But that's the car that Ricky ended up flipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ricky flipped in qualifying. Yeah.
Yep. Got up on the wall with the top of it.
Did he clip a U tire or clip a guy's
I
tire?
don't remember. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was at home.
I seen video of it.
Yeah. He flipped in qualifying.
Yeah.
That car was jinxed from the get-go.
Donnie Blanchard called me and said, you better get over here. Ricky just flipped from qualifying.
Yeah. That car was jinxed from, I don't know. It had a good run in it. It had the Eldora special moment.
Right.
I guess that's why people win Eldora, they just put their car up.
Yeah.
They'll never race it again. We should have done that. Because we hauled it to Georgia. Yeah, because we were front-wheel drive experts. Blew a motor up.
Yeah.
And then we went to, Ricky wanted it. And
No, Ricky pulled the motor out of his car back from Florida. Back from Georgia.
To take it to Florida.
He put the motor in, and me and him and
Pinball.
no,
Was it
pinball. Corey.
Yeah.
We took it back down to Florida. And
Yeah.
Ricky led Enduro up to about 3 or 4 laps to go. He had 2-lap lead, and so it's blowed up. Didn't finish it.
Yeah, so Ricky was like, I want this car.
Yeah.
I said, and Dad said, Dad said, I'm not racing. So you want? I said, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I just built it for you. So we gave it to Ricky. And he had all kinds of hell with that.
Yeah.
He flipped, wrecking the intersection every other week.
Lost it off trailer, come home car show.
Yeah, he went to the car show. Well, first off, before they went to the car show, the paint wouldn't dry.
Yeah.
So they painted it the night of the car show and lettered it at the car show with wet paint.
I don't know why I was wet, huh?
Yeah, that was that car was, oh my God.
We had one car like that too.
It was fast though.
Yeah.
Every time I went to the track, the son bitch was fast. But
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I told him, I said, hell no, I don't want this thing. Yeah, he said, well, we're going to give it to Ricky. I said, well, Ricky can have it. Yeah, that was
the best looking car we ever built with all the new parts on it. And you could eat off of it. The floor pans on the bottom and everything. We bust them all, painted them all and everything. That was the slowest, worst car we ever had in life. It was terrible.
The best car he has is an old Chevelle.
Yeah. Yep, the 65.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we tear something up, we drag that thing out and run it.
But
Frank Kimmel drove that car one night, and my dad drove his, and Frank took it out, and my dad went out and run his car and was really fascinated because Frank had a Camaro, and Frank come back in, he said, man, you've got to be the best driver in the world. He said, I can't make a lap with this thing. He said, what's wrong with the brakes? He said, well, you just got to pump them like 3 or 4 times while you're going down the straightaway before you get to the corner and they're fine.
Yeah, that sounds like my old man there. Just pump them up, they'll be all right. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
That was funny.
So now that Ricky's racing, you've had some health issues, so you can't go to the racetrack all the time. But when you do go over there, you ever just think, if he just calmed down just a little bit?
Yeah, but I don't feel like I got no right to say nothing to him because I don't know just as many people as he did. So.
I would say I don't remember Dale ever calming down in a race car. It was 100% every time he was in there.
The only thing different was Facebook.
Yeah,
we didn't have Facebook then.
Yeah, because then y'all all be fighting all the time like they are now.
Yeah.
Well, with the way racing's changed so much and the cost of it, and honestly, we're in the sport like heavily. Every weekend we're somewhere across the country. I don't know how guys do it. I really don't. Because I think all 3 of us had pretty decent jobs, at one time.
Yeah.
But we all got pretty decent jobs, and it wasn't like we can go race late model or modified. Like, I don't know how guys afford to do it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know how we afforded to do it when we did it. We just did. Yeah, like I said, that's when I first started racing, Kurt. So Dad said, I know where we can get a car. This is funny. I know where a car is that's built. I built it back when Louisville opened. But it ain't, we got to change the cage.
Yeah.
So he said, but it would be a good car. So we go over to Bears. He's over there, got Jesse Harris's stuff and everything over there. And so we get this car from Danny Willis. And my very first motor was on loan. So it was just been sitting in the car for what, 10 years?
Yeah.
It was probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Danny said, Barrett cranks it over once a year. I said, all right, what do you want for it? I don't want to sell it. I said, okay. So we're, building the car, and, my dad takes pride in his work. If it's going to be done, and if it's worth doing, you got to do it right. So we're doing the body work, and we put a cage in, and so I come home, and we're driving all over the country. My dad works for Fontaine, and we're driving all over the country to deliver these trucks, and this is how I'm making extra money to build my race car.
Right.
So we're getting where the car is about done. And I told Dad, I said, we're just going to race next year. I don't have money for a motor. He said, we don't need money for a motor. What do you mean? He said, we got a motor in the car. I'm like, well, yeah, I told him that I would give that back to him. He goes, you didn't tell him when.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So we get it together, and we take it to the sports show. And car's all done, and it's looking all pretty, and here comes Danny walking through the pits. My dad doesn't talk to Danny. Danny's walking through. You get your motor built? I'm like, yeah. He said, who built it? I said, Arbondale. Yeah, Gene's the one who built mine. I said, it is yours. So I went racing that night. My first time. No, we went racing, and then Gene, because we took it to Whitesville first, and the fuel pump went out. My very first, so I felt like it was mine. I had to put a fuel pump in it.
Right.
We took it to Whitesville and primed it. But when we took it to Sportsdrome that night, it was my first
green car.
Yeah, the green car right there. It was my first. It was my first night in the car, because the second week's when I put it in the wall. So my first night, Danny was there, and dude broke my heart at the gas station. So we stopped at. We've worked on this car for a year. We've bondoed up everything. We've sanded it all down. I walk in the gas station and so that's how I need $20 out there on pump 4. I still remember what pump it was.
Yeah.
I need $20 on pump 4. It's a Circle K off of Great Line Road.
Charlestown
Road.
Yeah.
Or Charlestown comes right there. I said, man, he goes, damn. Where's the demo derby at tonight? I was like, you son of a bitch! Demo derby, hell! Yeah, I said, well, and my dad goes, well, the demo derby's probably gonna be at the Sports Dome. It's his first night in it.
Yeah.
I was like, demo derby, hell! What the hell are you talking about, demo derby? But yeah, it was funny though. It was one of those things that, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that thing. I come home from work one day, and because we got the cage, and I was like, man, how are we going to get this damn thing? Because Bear gave us a cage. He gave us a old Billy Harris cage out back. He's like, here, take this. And this thing was nice. And I'm thinking, I don't want to cut the roof off this damn. How am I going to get this thing? Dad said, all I got to do is cut the doors and cut the quarters off. I'm like, cut the quarters off? What do you mean cut the quarters off? Like, his body is in perfect shape. So I come home from work, and Dad had the quarter and the doors cut off, and the cage about halfway in there. And I said, I guess we're going to go in this way. And he said, yeah, a little bit. He takes a bumper jack and jacks my roof up, perfectly square roof, and puts a T in it. I'm like, why the hell didn't we just start from the scratch?
Yeah.
I mean, we're destroying this thing. So we get the cage in there, we get it all welded up and stuff. And so the next day I come home, and Dad used to get off work at 3, and I worked till like 5. I come home, and there's all this tubing laying out in the driveway. And I thought, oh my God, how much money do I got to spend? I'm broke. I'm going to spend every dime I had getting this car.
Right.
He said, don't worry, I brought this home from work. I said, oh, okay. So that's how we finished the cage out. They were redoing all the extra bars, the rear hoop and out the front and the radiator cradle, that was all black water pipe when they were redoing the bathrooms at Fontaine. He said, I've seen all that too. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Dad, I'm broke. Don't be going and buying nothing else. I got to get some money built up.
Right.
But yeah, that was fun times back then. Racing was better. It was, I won't say better. But man, it was
more fun.
It was more fun. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, because like that thing, I had 4 wheels. That was it.
Yeah.
So I had the same 4 wheels that came on the damn car.
That's all you need.
Yeah. So I went to Terry Gilmore's and got 2 wheels. I'd run there for a few weeks. I ran drone, and then after that I went to Louisville. So I gathered up 4 tires from Louisville. I run Louisville on Friday. I break down my wheels. Mount the Sports Dome tires.
Yeah. Run
Sports Dome on Saturday. Get home. Dismount the hose. Put the Whitesville tires on that I got from Bear, and they had over in the corner that Jesse had on a Sportsman car, probably 100 years old.
Right.
I ran them all year.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff we did back then. It was just crazy, really. You step back and think about it. I just never would have thought. So, all the races, all the wrecks, everything that happened over time. Would you change any of it?
No.
None at all.
Go right back and do it again.
Yeah. Well, he asked me last year, you think you could build me a Ford? Oh, I could build you one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to be running, but I can build you one. I mean, when you pull it in the driveway, you about ran me over. With your 20/20 vision, you must be looking at your right eye when you pulled in the driveway about hit me. The only person I know got better than perfect vision in the left eye, blind in the right eye, and they say he's got 20/20. Yeah. I don't understand how the hell that works. Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
I drove Ricky's car 3 years ago, whatever it was. I turned on the 8 drone, can't see nothing. No, where to go? What the heck? He's going through somewhere.
Yeah, that's yeah. When I remember, was that a Legends? Was that the Legends night, or was that just a regular night when you drove Ricky's car?
I don't know.
Because I was out there.
It was old timers.
Yeah, old timers night. Because me and Kurt weren't there. We were.
I'll be there for long.
Yeah. We weren't at the track. That's when Matt started. That's when we started helping Matt and. now that I drag Kurt all over the country. I don't know. He don't know what he signed up with for me.
Yeah.
He's like, where are we going next? That's what he asked me. What's the schedule like next?
All you gotta do, Flash, put a little car together, and take it with you every time.
Yeah, I could. I kind of like not working on the car one day.
It's kind of nice. So all the years racing with Rick, racing with Brian, Ray, Higgy, all the guys in the neighborhood, Richie, everybody that worked on the car. I'm just thankful that I got to grow up in those times. And me, Joey, and Ricky. Ricky didn't get to experience all of it because he lived at Mom's. But when he made up for it when he got there. When Ricky decided he wanted to go racing, he made up for it.
Oh yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, Slick! I mean, damn, son. Like, there's no way you tore that up. I remember one night him and Dad. Dad took a roll back and was pulling Ricky's frame at the Sportstrome, right? And I showed up. And Ricky's racing for championship. His car's mad. I said, what the hell happened? Ricky said, Jason wrecked it on the oval. Ricky's racing for Figure 8 championship and loans his car out on the oval and gets destroyed. I'm like, boy, that makes no damn sense at all. So everybody you drove for, most of the time was you. But, you drove some of Brian's cars, Bombs and Blacks. Brian Bomb, Brian Black. Drove some, Chris McFarland's Impala. Drove some of Mike Mullins' cars. Pretty much drove for everybody, didn't you?
Just about.
Yeah.
And Higgy and Newton, they was there.
Yeah.
Whatever it took.
Just made it happen.
Yep.
Just made it happen. Now he spends his time working on street rides, working on hot rods. So he's still working on cars all the time. I don't know how he does it, really.
Probably one of the best body guys around here. People don't realize.
Yeah, he can do some body work.
Yeah.
I tested his body skills one time, though.
Yeah.
When I put my Chevelle together, he was in Florida.
Yeah.
I called him. I said, Dad, because he passed that along, I was able to do some body work. So I said, Dad, yeah. I said, when you get home, I'm going to test you. He said, what? Because Dad went with me when I picked the car up. And I was going to get the Chevelle, because he would have told me no. He would have said, "Now let's do something else," if he's seen the car. So I said, "I'm going to get this son of a bitch on before he gets back." I called him and said, "The roof and quarters are on. By the time you get home, I won't have the body hung, but I'm going to test your skills. There's a hole where this tree was growing up, and I welded some metal in. And back then, I didn't know a whole lot about shrinking and stretching, but I knew about hammering. So I hammered that son of a bitch in and welded it up." He came in and he goes, "Well, okay." Yeah. So, where does your body work? Where did that fabrication still come from?
Rick Irwin.
Yeah. Irwin said there was times where Dad would be welding on the car, Rick would be doing paint, and then they get out and letter it together, try to do a guy's car in 2 nights.
Yeah. Trying to get it done.
Yeah, trying to get it done. So, so all those years, beating up and down the road, racing here, racing there, racing everywhere, wouldn't change none of it.
Wouldn't do it all again if we could.
Yeah, now there's a lot of times that I've crashed on Friday, and we'd come home and me and Dad would fix it, and then I crashed on Saturday, and he'd be like, "I guess you want to go Whitesville Sunday." I'm like, "Well, do we got enough parts left?"
That's why I said y'all was kind of like us. I mean, y'all, had more than 2 of you racing.
Yeah.
Or 3 of you, like we did too. I mean, me and my dad and my uncle, we all 3 raced, and there was 3 or 4 years there that all 3 of us made it every single night, and that's with my uncle working out of town. So that was.
Yeah, I hit my dad at the intersection one night.
Yeah. Oh, me and my dad. We had to put a rear clip on my dad's car one night, and I had to put a front horns on mine from me and him wrecking each other. Yeah. Crashing on the oval, so it was about the same difference.
Yeah. We was in David Pate's cars.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Both of them were David Pate's cars.
Yeah.
And Dad was leading, and I was running third. And he had like a half track on us. Because first off, I still don't know how this happened. We did APP in,
Oh, yeah.
Dad's first night in the car, my first night in the car, he got to start on the front row, and I had to start on the tail.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how that worked.
He just said, no, I drove it last week, remember?
No,
Yeah.
I did. I drove the one you was driving.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, he did drive the... Yeah, so he got to start on the pole, and I had to start on the tail.
Yeah.
So I'm working my way up through there, and I know he's leading, and so I'm coming through, and he knows I'm racing for a second. I mean, we're all over the place, so we're catching him at the intersection. I don't even pay attention to him no more. I'm just worried about passing Shane Montgomery. I'm in the bumps. I'm doing it. We get to the intersection. I'm rolling up on the outside. I see Montgomery's nose, like all four wheels lock up. I'm like, what the hell's he doing? I look, ting! I look over my shoulder. My dad's going, oh. I said, oh shit! I go down the corner. Caution flag's out. I said, oh my God, if he's sitting piled up on top of the wall, David Pace could kill both of us.
Yeah.
I come back around, Dad's doing a donut. He was good, but when Shannon got on the brakes, they piled up an intersection behind him. So that was the caution.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God. I thought I just ruined both of our nights.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing was, when I drove that car that Dad was driving, I drove it, and I drove it twice. I drove it the first night, and so Dad tells me, we're driving through the pits, and I pull over. I said, hey, Dad. They wouldn't let Dad run it. It's Ford Figure 8 at Louisville, because he already had experience.
Yeah.
So I said, Dad, this thing, something's clunking like a son bitch. So he's like, drive by, he's walking. I can't hear it. I said, well, climb in the car, because they didn't have no bars in the right side.
Yeah.
So he climbs in the car. I'm driving to the pits. I turn left. He goes, clunk, clunk, clunk. I said, you hear that? And he's, do it again. So he's got his arm on the door bar. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Cage raises it up. He goes, yeah, I probably went and wrecked the intersection of this thing. The right frame rail broke.
Yeah.
He said, I probably went and wrecked the intersection of this thing. He's like, okay. So I go out there, and I start on the back. And I'm driving balls to the wall. I go to the front, and this old boy spins off the track, and he pulls back out right as we're crossing the intersection. I hit him wide open. I mean, wide open. Boom! Radiator's knocked up. Horns are turned up. I bust my face on the steering wheel. So we pull in. And my dad, I thought I told you not to wreck the intersection. I said, well, technically, I didn't wreck the intersection.
Yeah.
I wrecked 6 feet past the intersection because he came out of the infield.
Yeah.
So we went home, and he told David, he said, we'll go home and fix it. And so we went home and fixed the car, and took the roll back, pulled the horns down, and all that good stuff. Put a radiator in it. We fixed it.
Weld the cage out.
Yeah, weld the cage out. That was one of the things.
Right.
Actually, we welded the cage and had bars. We worked on that car.
And changed gear in it.
Yeah, change gear. Yeah, we
had a little 289 in it. That's so much would run.
It would pull. It would pull so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked. I got that thing, and I said, Dad, are you sure? He goes, I'm telling you, it'll outrun those 351s. I'm like, there ain't no. And I got up, I just flat footed around them on the outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit's easy.
Yeah.
Like, damn figure, that was my first figure 8 race. I said, damn figure 8's easy. Everybody stops in the corner.
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing? But yeah, that was a good time. And then Dad went back racing, and got me barred out of the drone. LE tried to kill me. Yeah, that's when me and LE decided we were going to fight each other. Dad wrecked the intersection and fixed the car, and he said, you going to drive my car next week? I was done racing dirt then. And I said, Dad, I don't know. He said, drive my car. He had to take a truck somewhere or something.
Yeah.
We went to Minnesota or something.
Somewhere.
Yeah, he said, drive my car. All right. So I go over there, and I'm driving his car. He won the week before. Fenders are all cut off where he wrecked the intersection.
Yeah.
I roll up, roll through tech, nothing, everything's good. I win that night, and LE disqualifies me. He's going to disqualify me. I ain't got no left front fender on. I said, there ain't been a left front fender on this car in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He said, yes, it has. I know it was. I said, I know it wasn't, because I helped you put the damn car back together.
Yeah.
So we're going back and forth. So Dad calls me and goes, how'd it go? And I said, well, we won, but I don't know if we're really winning. I said, I think I'm getting disqualified. He said, put him on the phone. I gave the phone to Ellie. They argued a little bit, and we was good.
Yeah.
Ellie didn't like me. That's what I told Ellie. I catch you outside this place, I'm going to whoop your ass. Yeah, what the hell? What do you mean? Yeah. He said, that car had a fender on it. I said, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
I said, I told him, I said, you think I came here and said, you know what would make this car faster if I cut this damn fender off? I said, you think that's what I did? I said, it was still sitting on the rollback from last week. I backed it off the rollback and drove it. He's like, yeah, it was it got me in a mess.
Yeah.
So, well, who do you want to say thanks to help you do this all those years? Because we had some good sponsors, we had some no sponsors, but you know, I know a few that I can do off the top of my head from the old pictures. Big M on Chevrolet. I can name a lot of these. If he forgets any, I'll make sure he gets them.
It was Big M on Preston, River City Bank, Buddy Hart's Used Cars.
Yeah.
And Buddy Hart again, time credit wholesale.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Vinyl Top Shop, Oklahoma Auto Sales.
Yep. Danny Willis and Oklahoma Auto Sales. Still thank you to this day. He gave me my first engine. I left that part of the story out, Flash.
That's it.
So Danny had this engine. He had about $2,500 in it. Damn good engine. I said, "What do I owe you for it? I'm gonna buy it." He said, "You owe me $1,000." I said, "All right." I think I had like $300 on me. I said, "Dad, you got money on you?" So I said, "I'll give you $500 deposit." So I gave him $500, and I gave Dad his $200 back. And so I called him like 2 weeks later. I said, "Danny, I'm gonna go ahead and can I make a payment plan like $100 a week? Because I can't afford to race if I give you all my money." And he said, "I tell you what, it was so much fun going to the racetrack and arguing with those guys because Danny tried to come in on a press pass.
Oh, yeah.
He hadn't pulled his card out, and Mike wasn't gonna let him in. He said, 'That was so much fun. Just holler at me and let me drive your car one night, and we'll call it good.' He never drove my car, and we called it good."
Yeah.
So, yeah, my first race engine, $500. Looked into that one. Yeah, it was funny though. I told him. Actually, I guess I had $650 in it.
Yeah.
I had to put a good fuel pump on it because the fuel pump went out. But yeah, so Big M on Preston, Madsen's Concrete Construction. We gotta say Madsen's Concrete Construction. I'm trying to look. I don't look on my car. Duke's A&W. Yeah, they Dad got me that sponsor. Angelo's Pizza. Well, we gotta talk about Angelo's Pizza because that was on David's car.
Greg's Market Bowl.
Oh yeah,
That's probably the best sponsor I ever had.
yeah, gave us food.
Give us food, $30 a week.
Yeah, they gave us food to go to the racetrack and $30.
Yeah.
$30 for gas. Yeah, you can't beat that. Yeah, so but yeah, it was a good time. So, you want to thank anybody else? Got anything you want to say before we get off here?
I just don't want to thank everybody who helped me.
Yeah, that was a good time. It was.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed watching you race all the time, Dale, because I knew when Dale was out there, it was going to be exciting.
Well, that was.
Especially Charlestown. He had Charlestown figured out pretty good.
Well, that was when when Louisville Speedway opened, I had a bunch of people tell me, we love watching your dad race. We love watching your dad race. And I watched him race my whole life. I'm thinking,
right?
Shit, what y'all like watching him wreck?
Yeah.
What the hell? I mean, he wins a lot, but shit, like we gotta work on this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I understand what they meant. But when I was 13, 14 years old, thinking, you love watching race? Hell, I'm putting front ends on this damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm busting my knuckles. But yes, the aggression, the drive, and he gave me one piece of advice.
But I've seen him get out of a race car, tore all 2 pieces, and just laugh about it. Just because he was having fun when it happened. You know what I mean?
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets mad nowadays, but I guess it's kind of the money in it. But
yeah, it was like I said, it was just a lot more fun back then because you could go get parts at the junkyard, or you'd had a spare car out back that had the parts on it, or whatever.
Or somebody had them.
Yeah. Somebody always.
Or you could just run down 3 cars down, and somebody would loan it to you and just bring them one back next week.
Oh, Dad, I want to tell you this. So we recorded our 100th episode, our Legends episode. Remember that night when I broke a dry shaft and Kevin Morrison stole a dry shaft for us out in the parking lot? Guess whose car that came out of? That was Pat Pierce's car he drove to the track that night.
Yeah.
I found that out when we did our interview.
Pat said he put it down driving. It's like,
yeah, Pat said, some bitch stole my dry shaft one night. I said, yeah, that's what you get for driving a pallet on the racetrack.
You know what I said? I said it was raining.
Yeah, it was raining and stuff. Yeah, I said, no, Kevin Morrison was stole your dry shaft that night. Yeah, but yeah, I was gonna tell you that. Yeah, that dry shaft we stole that night, it happened to be Pat the Wild Man Pierce.
So this is gonna be kind of a sneak peek for everybody next week.
Yeah, it's kind of a sneak peek. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there right now. Everybody keeps asking, are we gonna get some more old racetrack segments? We got an old racetrack segment this week in episode 99. My pops, Dale Puckett. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. We've had some teasers on Facebook. Next week's episode 100. You do not want to miss. If you grew up like we did at Louisville Motor Speedway, Charlestown Speedway, Sportsdrome Speedway, Whitesville, Fairgrounds, next week's episode is a special 6-driver roundtable edition where they all just bullshit about good times. So I'm putting it out there. If you followed along, there will be another teaser this week, but you should know by now who it's going to be. It's all out there.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook. So, but we appreciate you coming on, come hanging out with us. See, it wasn't that bad. We can do it again. It's 99 episodes. See,
Yeah.
you thought they thought I was going to give him some big quiz.
I told you I'd go when you got Comer.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, we tried.
I tried to get Dave.
I tried too.
Yeah.
I tried to get Dave do it. I try to get you do it. I try to get Rance Harmon do it. Try to get Tiger Parsley do it. So
Yeah. I wish we got Dave. Dave was probably my number one inspiration, other than my dad.
Yeah.
You know, as far as watching somebody drive.
Yeah, I've tried. I've done all I can do. You guys don't like talking.
Yeah.
Only people I know will come to my garage and bullshit with me for 3 hours while I'm working on something. They don't want to sit down and
Put a
talk.
microphone in front of them, we'll talk.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand that. Yeah, Dave would come out and he'd sit in my recliner out there.
Yeah.
And tell me what I was doing wrong and tell me these old race stories that I wish that we could have recorded.
Yeah.
You know, just
I got a story about that. Back it was at the fairgrounds, that old spell. It pushed. I done everything to it. Somewhere one night I was talking to Dave. He said, I tell you what, bring a car to me and I'll help you fix it. Me and Rick were about out here. Nancy said, Dave's not here. Just drop it off. We dropped it off and we got home. Gert said, Dave called and said, come get your car, it's done. So we went back, got the car. Took some front end all apart and everything, back in apart. Couldn't find nothing he done to it. That's so much handled like a dream.
Yeah. Dave said, Dave told me one time, he said, your dad, you know, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was pissed off at the time. He said, we're at the Sportsdrome, and your dad ran over me on the backstretch, and there's a bunch of guys in there talking, and I heard him say, I got that damn Dave Comer. And he said, I was pissed off. He said, but, you know, at the time I was racing late models and I come back down racing street stocks. And, you know, everybody thought I had these high dollar race cars. So, you know, your dad was the only one that had enough balls to wreck me. The rest of them just bitched about it. He said, hey, I was mad as hell, but then looking back on it, I get why they were mad, because they thought I had race cars. He said, I had the same shit they had. He said, well, your old man had big enough balls to wreck me. The rest of them just bitched about it behind my back. But my dad gave me the best advice ever, though, when I said he won't give you no advice, he'll just tell you you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He did tell me, if you ever tell anybody you'll run over them, you have to run over them.
Yeah.
You have to. He said, don't let your mouth run and check your ass can't cash.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. So, yeah. He said, if you tell them that and you don't do it, they'll walk all over you.
It was always, if you let them do it one time, they're gonna keep doing it to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
Yeah. So
No,
Lost back, Terry.
Yeah.
Spun me out one night, and I went out there and drove him through the guardrail.
yeah.
It was like my second race ever.
I don't know how he got a bad reputation being rough.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have any problems after that.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's like Mike Mullins. Somebody spun him out one night, and I told him, go back out there and run plumb over him. Mike said, tear the car up. I said, just run plumb over him. I'll fix the car. Mike said, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody had to, don't ever, if you tell somebody you're going to run over them, you better run over them. It better be a promise. I was like, okay.
Right, yeah.
You know, out of all the years I raced over with your dad, I've never had one crossword with him.
Yeah, I don't think y'all ever
I
did.
never had one.
And,
I don't know.
And y'all race kind of the same way, so.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. don't ever remember us really fighting a whole lot and arguing.
And we didn't.
I mean, everybody gets pissed off occasionally, but not nothing like I'm really gonna whoop that guy's ass. Well, that's because you done ran over everybody once. They done figured it out. When I came around, hell, they already knew he's gonna run over him.
They learn pretty quick. Yeah. You don't mind working on your stuff.
Yeah. I guess you and Perkins wrecked a few times, but that's just part of it. I mean, that's one of those things that we never, I don't ever remember at all. I don't ever remember where it was like, okay, shit, we're fighting. That's just I never remember that. So, all right. Well, we appreciate you coming on, and like I said, my hero, my racing hero, and. When we build cars, we live next door. We wore a path out in between.
Yeah,
we're putting cages in at Dad's house. My house, just the wreck cars come to my house, but we built the cars at his house. Yeah. So one night, funny story. One night, so I was over stilling the welder one night. Dad lives next door. Right. I'm working on a car in my house. I need the welder, so I go over and I'm pulling the welder down the driveway. It's about 2:30 in the morning. Dad's sleeping. I'm pulling the welder down the road. Cop pulls up. He stops me. He goes, "The hell are you doing?" I said, "Just borrowed my dad's welder." Like hell you are. I said, "No, I'm serious. My garage is all over." I said, "I live right here." I said, "Here, I'll go get him up." "You don't move." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "No, I'm serious." So I go wake Dad up. He comes out. "What?" I tell him I can use this. The damn cop stopped me in the middle of the road. It's still in the welder. I said, "No, man, I'm borrowing this welder." "Yeah, you know how many times I've heard something like that?"
Yeah.
I'm dragging the welder down the road. And when we built my rat rod, oh my God, I kept calling. I said, "Dad, hey Dad," I see him walking in next door because my porch was up and I could see him walking in. And I said, "Dad, I need you to walk over here real quick. I need somebody to hold this." So I can't tell you how many miles I put on in between those houses.
2 yards, yeah.
Oh my God, put some miles on. So, but we appreciate you coming on, and out of Edgewood, Kentucky, the neighborhood that produced all the race car drivers, Dale Puckett. Thank you. All right, Flash. That was my old man, Dale Puckett. Got there hanging out. My dad told me when we got started with this, not real comfortable speaking because he had a stroke a few years ago.
Yeah.
He's like, "I really don't like talking a whole lot like that." I said, "It'll be fine. Yep. You start the story, I'll finish it, or I'll,
Yeah, that's a good thing about you being there with all of them.
Yeah. So I knew all of them. I lived that. So
it was pretty cool. I was glad we got to get him on because he's one of the guys I grew up watching from the time I was, same as you, sitting in the grandstand, 2 weeks old. So.
Yeah. So it was one of those things that I was glad we got him on. And he had a good time. He was
he did.
Yeah, I think he had a good time. But yeah, it was one of those things. Kind of surreal though, sitting there, talking to your childhood heroes, talking to your dad about growing up, and it was just a fun time. We were fortunate. We got to grow up at racetracks with our heroes. That's pretty cool shit.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I wouldn't trade none of that at all.
Yeah. So we were very fortunate for our childhoods. We didn't know we was poor, like we talked about in the conversation. We had no idea we was poor. We just thought everybody did that shit.
Yeah, that was just it. Like, where we going this weekend?
Yeah. Well, you talking about you guys going to Kings Island? What the hell is Kings Island? Yeah. I'm going to the King of the Mountain.
Yeah.
So
it's like, I don't know if I've told the story or not before, but I was like, when my dad was racing all the time, I got in Boy Scouts for a little while, and we used to go on Wednesday nights every night to the Boy Scout meeting, and I'd go there and I'd say, talk about racing and stuff all the time. And the scout leaders were like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool and all that, whatever." So then they had a thing where I was like, "Well, I'm not going to be here next week." And they're like, "Why not?" I said, "Well, my dad's got a race on Wednesday night. It's the Pepsi 100 or whatever it was back, the Mellow Yellow 100 back then or whatever it was." They said, "Well, what's more important to you, Boy Scouts or going to the racetrack?" And I was like, "You know what? I'll see y'all later." And I just walked home from there.
I'm not going to be here tonight.
That was my last time in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah. What do you mean, what's more important? That's a question?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I said, y'all don't have your priorities straight.
Yeah, what the hell y'all got going on? It's a 100-lapper, bro.
Yeah.
That's not going to take an hour and 43 minutes to run.
So that means I get to go to the racetrack 3 times that week.
Yeah. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's funny. So this week's upcoming events, we're going to start off with the racetrack spotlight. racetrack spotlight Tuesday night, Flow Night in America. That's going down at Motown, Marshalltown Speedway, Marshalltown, Iowa.
Yeah.
America's bucket list racetrack. I have not seen a race there.
Yeah.
I have been by there.
Right.
But Kurt the Flash Bennett has been there. So Flash, tell us about Motown.
Oh yeah, that place is awesome. It's the facility is not exactly what I thought it would be, as far as like super nice as like bleachers and all that. I mean, the bleachers are nice and everything, but it's just
a fairgrounds racetrack.
Yeah, it's just cool, man. You go there and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's just that I don't even think I went to the concession stand tonight because, man, they ran everything through so fast. I didn't have time because I was wanting to watch every race. Because that is one place. That's probably the raciest racetrack. One of the raciest racetracks I've ever been to.
Yeah,
I mean, in Iowa, you got three things that you have to do when you're in Iowa. That's Marshalltown, Boone, and then go to Whistle Stop.
Yeah, that's the
Whistle Stop's over by Boone.
Yeah.
But man, that Marshalltown, it performed every division. It doesn't matter what they run on it. It's crazy, 3 wide, 4 wide racing.
Well, I've seen people talking about the banking of the racetrack because on TV you could tell it's banked a little bit, but it's banked though.
Yeah, when you're there, it's banked a lot more than what you think it is. Yeah,
that's what I see people talking about. Like the first time there, it's like I didn't realize the banking.
Yeah.
They got a wall up on the backstretch, and forever it took me to damn, this new track looks pretty cool. What's it?
Yeah, so they put the new wall up. Yeah,
I got a new wall up.
But the wall wasn't there when I was there. You just run straight off the back there and go into the pits that way.
The rock quarry.
Yeah, right in the rock quarry.
Yeah, but Marshalltown, Iowa, Flow Racing Night in America. All the late model drivers in the country will be there. And then Wednesday night, they make their way down to Mason City, Iowa, also on Flow Night in America. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, our buddy Jeremy Thomas will be making his way out, catering this event. Now, here we go. I'm going to need help.
Mowequa?
Maquoketa.
Yeah.
Maquoketa, Iowa, for the World Outlaw Late Models. But yeah, Jeremy and his wife Ashley are going to be out there catering the event for Jeff Holker.
Oh, yeah.
Holker Trucking.
That's cool.
Yeah, so maybe he'll put a good word in for us.
He needs.
Friday and Saturday, Flash and I will be on the road again. Friday night, the Cumberland Plateau Open Wheel Modifieds, presented by American Racer Tire South. Hopefully there is no Hoosier problems at our race.
Right.
But it will be at Big South Fork Raceway in Oneida, Tennessee, the makeup race for earlier in the year. If you wasn't at that race, you are more than welcome to come to this race. Because it was a total washout. Yeah. So
I think we had 4 cars qualify, and then it started pouring down rain.
So and then Saturday night, that's $2,000 to win. And then Saturday night, we're right there at Thunder Mountain Speedway in Corbin, Kentucky for the King of the Mods. $2,500 to win. So Border Wars this weekend, 2 really good paying races and 2 really close racetracks. So make your way out to that. And if you're a non-wing sprint car fan like my man Dylan Kalen is, Friday night the Midwest Thunder 410 sprint cars make their way to the ultra-fast, badass Bloomington Speedway.
Yeah.
Saturday night, the Midwest Thunder 410 sprint cars will be at the Paragon Speedway. And keeping the sprint car theme, if you're a non-wing sprint car fan, give a bunch of love to the great state of Indiana this weekend. Saturday night, Lincoln Park Speedway, 410 non-wing sprint cars. That if for some reason we get rained out, me and Flash may go there because we already got some pit bands.
Yeah. And we need to use for the end of the year if we get a chance.
And also Saturday night, Lawrenceburg Speedway will have the 410 non-wing sprint cars as well.
Yeah.
High Limit Flash goes west. They just left Knoxville.
Yeah.
They just had the 24 hours of Knoxville.
Yeah.
No big deal. Thursday night, we'll see you in Santa Maria, California.
Yeah.
Thursday night, High Limit, Santa Maria, California. Friday night, High Limit at the Tulare Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, it's going down at Old Haytown, Placerville Speedway. Yep. So I'm just going to tell you, Flash, Friday and Saturday, the tablet's going to be all
right.
All right.
It's going to be sitting up.
It's going to be up. So if the night's going long, if you want to walk up to the press box, so you're going to watch the sprint cars with me.
Yeah.
But Tulare and Placerville, 2 of the baddest racetracks in the country, 410 wing sprint cars will be there. So So that is what's going on. Anything else before we get off this ultra long show this week?
I don't think so. Yeah.
So Flash and I are going to hop off here. Like I said, next week, show 100. Pay attention to episode 100 because when it comes out, there's some breaking news on there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
so
Well, kind of like what we challenge the modifieds. We're challenging local fans.
Yeah.
You tell me you want more local, but the number says otherwise.
Right.
So if you want more local, do your part.
Yep.
Do your part.
Really.
Please share, like, subscribe, comment, and flash. Episode 100, we've made it to it.
Yep.
Because it's already recorded.
Yep.
We don't know if there'll be a 101, 102. Well, there'll be
101.
There'll be a 101.
Yep.
We don't know about 102, 103, 104. We might be fired from our job producing podcasts. But episode 100 is here next week. Until next time, we'll be training sliders.